Welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in with me, man. It's been a minute, hasn't it? But you guys, as always, you guys are always here. You guys are always here, and I don't take that lightly, but it is a testament to how you guys love this league, right? I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Give me a second. I got to give Wrigley a little blanket here. What are you doing, man? Are you coming in here? Coming in here? Okay. All right. You know how dachshunds are. Dachshunds need their burrowing. Dude, yes it is, Shy Sox. Yes it is. It's cold as dude, what is it out there? What is it out there today? And you know what? Condolences to the Bears. I was rooting for the Bears, but did not quite get it done. So it's 10. Oh, it's 5 degrees over there. So what's the wind chill? For us, it's 10 degrees. Wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour. So it's making it feel like -6. Vibes, Cleveland says it's even colder in Maine. Are you in Maine? Vibes? I would have thought you were in Ohio. Christian Gamers in the house too. Off-season time. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. We've got a couple. It's a little bit of a light off-season, to be honest with you. Just looking back at some of the custom players that are up on the board to find new homes. And we'll do all that. We'll do all that. But there are going to be some housekeeping things, so I hope you guys are in for the boring, if you will. That's probably the most exciting part about it are going to be the wheel spins for the customs, and then the wheel spins for the really high overall players. But everything else is pretty much done. So arbitration, contracts, all that rigmarole. But the biggest things like the 40-man roster, I'm actually not going to set the 40-man roster this time around. So I hope you guys are cool with that. Okay. All right. So it sucks that we've got to deal with all that cold weather. But you know what? The good thing is that we're mid to late January now, guys. Mid to late January means February coming around the corner. We got basically one more month. 1 more month. 1 month and a half. And then we're going to be right into March. We're going to get into spring training. Baseball's going to be around the corner, man. I'm excited for that. I'm really happy about that. So, hey, we got 10 people in the house. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the GGBL, man. I do want to preface this because we do have quite a few people here in the chat. Just kind of what we're doing tonight. And then what the plan is going forward for GGBL 26. Okay, so I do want to just get it out front so everybody that's in here, because the longer this goes, more people are going to drop off. It's the way of the world. It's the way that it works. People have lives. You have things to do on a Monday night, especially watching the national championship game. Go Indiana, by the way. So first things first. So for tonight, we're going to get through the off season. Like I said, we're going to get through all of the free agent stuff. We're going to get through all of the custom wheel spins, all of the non-custom wheel spins, like this guy, Ruben Law, Cody Finney, Harold, actually, no, not Harold Otto. Who else? Let's see. Brandon Catfish has got a wheel spin up. He's a custom player, as you guys know. So we'll get through all that stuff, and then we're going to get through that offseason, make sure all the rosters are good to go. CP likes to do some weird things with the 40-mans and spring training and all that. So we'll just double-check the rosters. And then we're going to get right into sim. So we are going to sim the entire season of Season 9 all the way through the playoffs. We're going to crown a champ tonight. And I would like you guys to put inside the chat tonight who you think is going to make it to the Gold Series. And then we'll have channel points and all that stuff. So if you're sticking around tonight for channel points, tonight would be the night to do that, because there will be a lot of channel points awarded for you guys tonight. A lot of opportunities to do that. That way, when we move into GGBL 26, you'll have a nice boatload of channel points to be able to spend on future custom players and, of course, players that you already will have in Season 1 when we get that series going to upgrade them. Okay? Sound good? Sounds good. Well, I would wait, War Thunder. I would wait because you never know what's going to happen here in the offseason. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Got a lot of channel points up on the board. We're going to get through the offseason. We'll sim the whole Season 9 to figure out and crown a champ. That way it'll kind of set up for Season 10 gameplay, which will be the final season of gameplay in GGBL 23. Which then, of course, sets us up for multiple simulation years. Season 11, Season 12, Season 13. We'll just to try to get an idea of who's going to be a Hall of Famer and really put a capstone on GGBL 23. Which now moves us into GGBL 26. And what have I decided on how that's going to work? Well, I will tell you. GGBL 26 will be on MLB The Show 26. And the beautiful thing about that is that the CPU and the free agency is going to be a lot smarter. It's going to be a lot easier to conduct, where I'm not having to go through every single team and having to tender a contract and offer contracts for every single team. Okay? So this is what took forever, guys. This is what took forever. This is what always takes forever, is tendering contracts. It's brutal. 30 teams having to tender every single one of these guys a contract. And most of the times it's always 1 year. So it takes a while to get through that. And especially when you're having to manage the arbitration, you're having to manage the 40-man, you're trying to optimize all of the team's rosters so everything's fair. It's crazy, okay? So in 25, what I learned from my Rockies franchise, that the free agent system is awesome. Love that free agent system. It adds more of a dynamic, more of an interesting, entertaining offseason and way to go about it. The trades are still a little wonky, but what I am going to do in 26 is I'm going to actually CPU everyone else. Okay? I'm going to CPU everyone else. This is up for debate, by the way. This is my decision, but I'm going to throw it out there, and it's up for debate because I do have an idea that's been thrown out there from one of our patrons, is that patron members will be able to kind of sort of manage the team in a way. So I'm still kind of tossing that idea around. My idea would be to just take over one team. I'm not going to do any gameplay or anything, but take over one team that I would manage myself, and then everybody else would be CPU managed. You could get through an offseason a lot faster that way. You could follow along with some storylines that you're not actually in control of, which might make things a little more interesting. Either way, I'm up for ideas, so feel free to bring them to me. But that is my idea, but I do have some others coming from Patreon members as well that I'm considering. One last thing about GGBL 26, it will be using a combination of real players and your custom players. And I'm not going to take a ton of custom players. I'm going to take one player from each viewer, okay? One player that you really, 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 really love. You will be a part of the GGBL base roster for season number 1. Okay, so you're going to be an 80 overall, 19-year-old player. Not 18, but you'll be 80 overall, 19 prodigy, okay? So you'll be included in the GGBL. That way you'll be able to get some playing time and whatnot. But it is going to be real rosters. So Bryce Harper, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, all those guys are going to be in the roster. We'll do a fantasy draft to split up the league. And the Dodgers kind of being the powerhouse of the MLB right now. And then you've got all of the contracts and budgets and salary cap talk. It's perfect timing for a reset of the major leagues. And we'll kind of take an XBA approach, if you will, okay? So the introduction video will be kind of funny and kind of crazy, but I'll shake it up a little bit and be a little bit different. But the concept is the same. Super teams are forming in Major League Baseball. People aren't for that, and we're gonna split it up and make a GGBL. Okay, so it's all into different universe. But I'm gonna reach out to you guys, or you reach out to me, please, when GGBL 26, when you start hearing the rumblings that this is happening and getting ready. So probably on the game release. Please reach out to me through DM and let me know if you want a player to get in and who that's going to be. Make your pick. So, of course, for TCG, Christian Gamer, probably going to be a Jupe Rana, I would assume. But Maybe that's too assumptive. Maybe it's Baldrick right now. I don't know. I think he said Baza Beasley, actually, there, Christian Gamer. But if it changes, let me know. Kook, probably going to be Alexei Shevchuk, right? Maybe not. Maybe it'll be something different. But it would be kind of nice to have familiar names. That way our universe is kind of staying the same here. Ricky Holberman's going to be in there. He's going to be a lot younger, too. Okay? So, again, different universe. So, anyway, that's how it's going to work. We're going to combine custom players with real rosters. You will still be able to win custom players. You'll still be able to upgrade your guys. You'll be able to get more custom players into the league. It'll be kind of a different format, but just know that the concept is still going to be the same. Okay? So, there we go. What happened to 2 players? I don't know. If I said 2 players, then it was 2 players. If it was 1, if it was 1. But apparently it was 2 at some point. Okay. All right. So, again, tender contracts are done. Free agency is ready to go. 40-man rosters will be done through the CPU, I believe, is what I'm wanting to do. So let's go here to mode specific. Let's see. 40-man rosters, roster moves. Roster moves, I'm assuming, would be... Actually, hold on. Roster moves consist of call-ups and send-downs. Okay. Yep, I want that to be 40-man roster. CPU'd out. All right, so first things first. Free agency. Okay. All right. Well, nobody get, you know, we're good, right? We're good. 2 players. Oh, I hope that didn't steer anybody getting angry at me. I don't know if I said it in writing. I don't know where it is, but I do know that I want you guys to have players coming in. So whether that was 2, 3, 1, I don't know. We'll make a decision at another day. And if I said 2, then I guess it's 2. But it's not a big deal. All right. Let's go down the list here. Cleveland said you definitely said 2. Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. So we got a couple players here on the board. So Grandstaff, if you see a contract already offered, that's just that custom player is already just making the decision. I've already reached out that he's coming back. So they just have not, they were an exclusive free agent, but they just haven't signed yet. So we got a couple guys here up on the board like Ruben Law, Cody Finney. And these would be guys that we're going to wheel spin on those. Okay. So I don't have any specific teams for this. So if we display this out, nope, not that. We want screen cap. And we want, where are you? Where's my wing? Yeah, here you. Okay. Nope, not that. Where is it? Oh, right. Okay. We good? Free agency randomizer. What the frick is going on here? I haven't done this in a while, apparently. Okay. We're here. Okay, so this is going to be for Ruben Law. The catcher. The Boston Revolution. Cody Finney. Where you going? Ooh, Columbus? Maybe? Iowa in the last second. You know what? That's kind of funny. You could play that out as the wheel spin. You could be like, you know what? Yeah, they came in at the last second with a really, really good offer. A very, very compelling, good offer. All right, so we'll go ahead and offer those contracts right now. That way we don't get it lost in the sauce here. So, go figure this. Look at this. Boston. It was meant to be. All right, so Boston's going to offer, you know, money is no object here in the GGBL. You could be under the cap and it wouldn't matter. There is no cap, but you get what I mean. All right, Cody Finney going to Iowa. Next up, who we got? Who we got? Brandon Catfish, custom player. Josh, I asked him specifically. I said, do you need to go to anybody in your top 5? He goes, no. Just send him anywhere. I'm like, okay. All right. And then we got Shea Gallo. Catfish and Gallo. Catfish and Gallo. Not screen capture. Ooh, New York. New York's going to get Catfish. And Gallo going to the Heat. Which is actually pretty nice. Pretty nice, because that's a team that has needed some bullpen help for a little while. All right, so Catfish going to the New York Pizzazz. And by the way, Shevchuk decided that he wants to go to New York, so I'm going to allow that to happen. Kook has been here for a long, long time. He just gets the preferential treatment, I guess. Who else? What did we say? Shea Gallo? Okay, yeah, he's going to Nashville, right? Yeah, the Heat. Okay, next. Kevin Dixon, Peter Kimball. All right, now we're going to get a run here, and I think what I'm going to do with these guys, actually, I might auto it after 90 overall. So we're going to keep rolling here with the wheel spins, but after that, we're just going to let it auto. We're going to have everybody sign their contracts, and then we're going to turn it on to auto and see what happens. But we got Dixon and Kimball. Dixon and Kimball. And then after 90, we're going to let it ride. All right, Dixon's going to Washington. Kimball, not gonna go to Richmond. Kimball's gonna go to Miami. All right, so Washington and Miami. Whoops. Hang on. Washington, Miami. Might as well just go to Miami right now. Miami's going to get Kimball, right? Yeah. And then Washington is going to get the shortstop, Dixon. Next up, Russell France, Graham, Scotty G, Jamie Lane, Sparbori. Okay, so and then we got Liam Snow here too, who's a custom that did not decide where he wanted to go. So, all right, so we got a big run here. Let me write this down so we can just kind of fly through this a little faster here. All right. Russell France. Oh, shoot, that's me. The Goldglover 9. That's me. Killian Graham. I pressed shift and enter and it decided that it was gonna. That's me in the chat here. That was an old logo, guys. This is my alt account. And then Liam Snow. Wheel. And then everybody else will be autoed, I believe. I don't think we have any more customs down here on this list. Except for, I think we have one custom player. Yes, Richard Strongman. So that's the only guy. So we'll do, so we gotta do Richard Strongman. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Russell France, left fielder, 91 overall. I don't know where you're going to play. Oh, man, we got a lot of last second offers. San Diego for Russell France. The Bandits are going to get Killian Graham. Scotty G, is he going to go back to Richmond? Nope. He's going to Las Vegas. That's actually a pretty good fit. I like that. Scott Gonzalez going to the Vegas Nuggets. I don't know where he's going to play, though. Jamie Lane is next. The shortstops. I think he's second base. I think he's a shortstop. All right. OKC Cyclones for Jamie Lane. Had enough of Minnesota, it seems like. Next up is PJ Sparbori, catcher. Finally leaves Miami. I think he was with Nashville for a little while. He's going to go to Kansas City. New Orleans and Seattle, 50-50 here for Liam Snow. This was the custom. So they lose Shevchuk, and now they get Liam Snow. That's pretty cool. Liam Snow is going to be out there with the Emeralds. And then last but not least, Richard Strongman going to the Pittsburgh Hammers. That's actually hilarious because he's like Arm and Hammer. Arm and Hammer. Richard Strongman. Funny. All right, so what do we got? Russell France will get this contract up. I think San Diego, right? San Diego. For Russell France. Yeah. Do one by one, right? We had Pittsburgh, right? It's a strong man. Bandits got Killian Graham. OKC got the shortstop, right? Jamie Lane. Vegas got Scotty G. Sparbori went to Kansas City. And then Liam Snow went to Seattle. And then we'll do one last double check and make sure we got everybody. I think we did. Yep. Okay. So everyone 89 and below is going to be subject to... Oh, D-Well. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. We are good. We are good. All right. That was free agency. It's all done. For the most part. So I will now go ahead and just sim. We got to get all the way to the 20th. Hopefully the CPU does the 40-man roster correctly. So let's see. Contracts are all manual. That's good. We just need to get through. So Liam Snow is with Seattle. Iowa gets Finney. The Jacks are at their maximum. So we're gonna run through all this too. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Did they get? Nope, they didn't. Okay. All right. So we're gonna have to do all this. And again, really don't like releasing B potential players, but we got to make room for these teams if they want to be active in free agency. We gotta release some players here. See, this is the type of stuff that might go a little unnoticed. That's why the off season just takes forever. Number we're shooting for is 93, but I want to be a little lower than that, just to get some activity going here. Okay. All right. Free agency. Grandstaff. I knew that was him that didn't get that contract. Nine years, man. What's it matter? What's it matter? 9 years. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. We're still good. We're still good. Keep on simming. We're also France with the Gauchos. Catfish in his new digs with Pizzazz. Gallo. Ruben Law. Everybody's signing up. Emeralds have reached their max roster. Who are they trying to get? Was this the... No, that wasn't the Liam Snow piece. So who was it? You know what? It was with the... It was with one of those guys that was down there in like the 80s or something. It was... Nope. Who was it? Who was it? It wasn't anybody down here. It was somebody right before Strongman. Was it Estrella? No. Quiros? No. Who was it? Nunez? No. Cruz? Who was it? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember who it was. It was somebody below the below the 90s. Tackett, Shackelford, Nolat, Manny Mateo. No. Let's see. Not Eli Edney. He was L.A. Mendoza, Kirkland, Wilga, Cruz, Hodges. It was Hispanic guy. Nunez. Was it Dino Maria? No. Nope. Nope. Okay, I don't know. Oh well. The Heat have reached their max. Mother trucker. Oh, you know what? You know what? I think it's just telling you that they've reached their max. Let's see if that one guy was here. Nope, I don't see him, guys. I was hoping to see like if I could see like an actual contract, like 4-4, 3-3. I wonder if it's just like a warning. It was just a warning telling you, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm mostly concerned about these guys. Ah, that's okay. Here it is. So it's Kimball. It's Kimball, Sparbori. Yeah. Graham was San Antonio. And then who was left? Thought there was somebody else. That's weird. I thought there was somebody else there. Okay. All right. Everybody's got 40 men. 28, 39, 40. Sweet. Okay. All right. Let's keep on trucking here. Sorry, that's funny. Reagan Landish has been placed on unconditional release waivers removed from the Moonshots roster. Jonathan Colligan, Willie Reyes, Laura Duncan, Freddie Torres, Maurice Hilton, Keith Gonzalez, Miguel Montalvo. It's just funny to me. Like, where is he now? Where is he now? What is Gatsby Grimm doing out here? He was not a free agent. You know what? It's probably, I think the Gauchos were not able to sign anybody else, right? No, they, what? Yeah, he's not a free agent. It's crazy. Kirkland, strongman. Okay, so we're still... All right, we're in a pretty good spot right here. I just need these guys to sign. Shevchuk, Grimm, Villafuerte, Matson. Before I turn this on to auto, these guys need to sign up. Checking the contracts here, tender contracts, making sure yeah, all these 55s, all these 50s with the D potential I did not offer. So Lane is signed. See what I mean? Like now Jupe Rana's in here. Okay, that's goofy. Rex. Rex was Houston. Like, get to a deal, my boys. Come on. Boatwright. San Antonio. Shevchuk. Grant Warlock. That's San Francisco. So we got to get through all this stuff. We got to get through all this stuff in order to have fun. Kimball. Where was Kimball now? Do you guys remember? So we went France, Graham, Gonzalez, Lane, Sparbori. Who was the, where did Kimball go? We'll do a respin for Kimball. Chucky Morton, I know, was Boston. Oop, Breeze cannot sign anybody else. Chucky Morton doesn't want 3 years. He wants a long-term deal. You. Kevin Davidson. Shackelford's not. Okay, yeah. None of these 80s. Okay. Got to keep rolling. We'll simulate the draft lottery. We don't really mind that. Rule 5 draft. We'll go ahead and sim that. All right, Killian Graham, Gonzalez. Sweet. Still waiting on you, boys. You upper 90s. They're still not signing. Get signed. Come on, this is crazy. There you go. Strong man, thank you. Thank you for biting the bullet. Like, we're getting into February, boys. Come on. Rex, Shevchuk. Rex and Shevchuk. You know what? Screw you guys. Fine. You want to be that way? You want to be that way? Fine. Fine. That's fine. I'll just force you there. I was trying to get you a contract. But no. No, you didn't want to comply. Trying to get you paid, man. And now I don't know what you're on. We'll take a look. 1 year, 30 mil. Okay. Okay. You could have had yourself a long-term deal and you wanted to hold out. Serves you right. Well, okay. Shevchuk signed for 4 years, so I guess didn't really work out. All right, I don't really remember where. Oh, Kimball went to Miami. Thank you, Sequestral. Thank you, I appreciate it. And in fact, we're not even gonna mess around with that. We're just gonna go right over here to Miami and just do Kimball that way. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Davidson. I'm going to put him back on Phoenix because I think that was just luck of the draw type thing. Like the guy didn't re-sign. All right, so now we're going to turn on free agency onto auto. And I'm going to make sure that enough teams have enough wiggle room to actually do something. Like Iowa, for example. They're at 92 now. Just want to be able to let them sign somebody else, okay? All right, sounds good. All right, free agency is turned to auto. So we'll just sim on through and see how this works. Stubbornness is a GGBL specialty. Whoa, okay. Manny Mateo going to Nashville. Gene Kirkland. Wow. Going to Washington. Clay Hodges to the Cyclones. George Cruz goes to New Orleans. That's actually a pretty good fit. Mitchell Quick, the first baseman, going to Vancouver. McMahon to St. Louis. Steve Nunez, a really solid second base. Didn't play very well at all for an 86. 201. Alonzo Soto. I think Alonzo Soto played for San Antonio for many years. He's going to Sun Sox. Greg Schmidt to OKC. Estrella. Look at the heat. All right, the swing, I should say. Antoine Rouse. Okay. Wanyang Wong. Bill Stevens going to the Maroons. Dallas Blitz going to L.A. Look at L.A. Jim Wilga, we've heard that name many times. Tate Cantrell, Jeffrey Lazar. Okay, the longtime Sting closing pitcher. LeVar Rowe going to the Moonshots. Okay, that was a little fun. A little fun seeing some new names. Like I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I kind of like the surprise nature of that. Brings about some storylines that, like, I don't have to be in control of it all. James Shackelford, Gabriel Mendoza, Chad Presley, Lolo Wimpton. Okay, now I did see a name here that I do want to check on. It was Drake Coleman Jr. Oh, look at, oh, talk about storylines. Oh, no. KJ, how the mighty have fallen. Oh, my God. He didn't even play in 2030. He didn't even play in 2030. Ouch. KJ is a bum. Wouldn't it be nice if they had a little extra, like, tile here that that showed you, a little category that showed you, like, the career earnings? Wouldn't that have been kind of cool? But look at the fall from grace, man. Seattle for 3 years, really came onto the scene, gets traded because he's being an a-hole, has a good season for Richmond, can't get it done. Another good season for Richmond, can't get it done. But we're starting to see the writing on the wall here a little bit. Richmond gets rid of him. He goes out to San Antonio, has his worst average and OBP and slugging year of his entire career. But hit a lot of home runs. Gets moved out to Boston, and he stinks. Only plays 107 games, and then he's out of the league. So he's 30 years old, and he completely fell off the map. Man. Well, maybe in the next universe for GGBL, he'll be something here. Now, where did Drake Coleman Jr. go? That's my question. Where did Drake Coleman Jr. go? Because that, yeah, okay, he's still down there. 84 overall. All right. Just making sure. All right, spring training. All right, so still some pretty good players here in the free agents, but oh, Drake Coleman's in the free agents now. Wow, 27 years old, and he's not good. How do you hit 26 home runs and get cut? You hit 27 home runs in your basically your rookie year and you get cut. Interesting. Yeah, but some pretty solid players all around, but they can't crack the lineup, man. They cannot crack the lineup. Not in the GGBL. Not where lineups are just insane. All right, so the good thing is with things being set onto manual, no matter what happens with like waivers and stuff, options, things like that, nobody's going to get lost in the shuffle. So that's a good thing. So like, for example, right, so people like with no options, they got to send them down, right? So if they can't make the team, they're going to send them down. But okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to simulate spring training, and I will let you guys in on like standings and whatnot, see how everybody did, just to kind of, again, as a prelude, we're going to have to go through the rosters anyway to get the sim right. Okay, so we're going to go through all 30 teams' rosters and make some moves. So if that's boring to you, I apologize, but this will be fun in the end as we continue to sim. All right, so the Grizzlies 18-8, the Gauchos, Firebirds, Nuggets, Mighty Beavers. Okay, so really the 5 teams that were pretty much the better teams here. Emeralds 8-19. Revolution, the Good Boys, the Sting. Pretty good records there. Pizzazz, Bandits, and Jacks in last. Okay, so runs scored. The Swing had 166 runs scored. Did anybody not have 100 runs against? So we got 109 for the Pizzazz, 101 for the Mallards, 102. So the 101's the lowest I've seen so far. The Gauchos with 90. Whew, the Gauchos might be tough, guys. They're rated 15th. Maybe they just had a good spring or something. That offense was firing, and man, the pitching staff, 90 runs against. That was the lowest. Okay. All right, let's go to the regular season. See what I mean? Like, we're unconditional waivers, blah blah blah. Like, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter because we've got CPU roster control. Oh yeah, we'll be able to fix this right up, and people on waivers won't matter. But this will all be, I feel like in GGBL 26, if we can kind of take this out of my control, yes, the CPU might do stupid things, but I feel like it might be more entertaining that way. We can laugh at some franchises. Be like, why are you bad? Why are you so bad? Okay, let's just make sure the free agents is good. Yep, that looks good to me. Still, the 85s are in there. CP roster control, here we go. Because, by the way, for those of you guys that want to kind of do the same thing with your leagues, if you have any, if you go here and do your roster manage here, the options and whatever will start counting against you. The trick is to actually go into roster control. If you had that turned on when you go into your league settings, you can't do it after the league is already set up, so you got to do it before you even get into your dynasty or your franchise. But if you go to roster control and then you start doing some like manage roster stuff, it won't count against you. So, okay, let's see if we've got everything like optimized here for Washington. It doesn't look like it, right? Davis Tillman's down there in AAA. Like, that needs to obviously change. Like, who's... Yeah, so... Like, Clement is a 79. I guess you might be able to get behind that. If we move this guy down, Freddie Deerdorf, right? So that's really kind of all I'm wanting to do here, is just to get us to a spot where the rosters are optimized. Like we definitely don't want to ever see Baker T. Brooks down in AAA for whatever reason. Like, that would not make sense. But this, you could make an argument like Vasquez or these two guys, right? You could make an argument there, but we're good. We're good here. And then we'll auto that, make sure everything else is good. So, yep, we are good here with Washington. Washington's done. Hudson Malone, perfect example. He should be up. Mark Chaney, he should be up. Which means that Constant Bowmeister, you know, he's never gotten an opportunity. So, you know what? Call him up. Lionel Mays, go to AAA, sir. Let's see. We could actually move some relievers down. Yeah, you got to keep that intact there. What do we got? We got 9, 10, 11. We got 14 pitchers. You need one more reliever. Actually, let's do Chaney. Let's get Chaney down there. We like, or maybe Frederick. Okay, that's good. That's good. Masterson should be up in exchange for the catcher. Landis, that's fine. Okay, that's done. All right, New York looks fine to me. So far, at least. Lila Roth has never had an opportunity. He's been in here since the very beginning, and he's never had a shot. Oh, my God. Holy shortstop. Yeesh. Oh, my God. What happened here? Absol, Catfish, and Bendito. Oh, my God. And then Dorta. Dude, they didn't even need... And then Bear, Bierbauer, and Campos. Dude, they don't need this many... They don't need these many players. We got to make a trade. We gotta shift somebody somewhere. Like, that actually has to happen. I'm thinking it's... I think it's going to be Campos. We'll send Campos out there to somewhere else. Let's... While I'm doing this, you guys come up with a team you want me to send him to. How about that? Do they have a third baseman? They don't have a third baseman. Whoa, holy crap. 11, they got 14 pitchers. You got 9, they got 13 pitchers now. They need one more. Manuel Pryor never made it, unfortunately. Campos to Iowa. Swing Chicago. I like Chicago as a better option. Okay. we will we'll go ahead and do that, actually. So we'll actually send them over there. There's Campos. There you go. Chiatelis, Campos, Gonzalez, and Benito Marin. Jeez, look at all. See all the moves? Now, if you had waivers turned on, this thing would be chaotic. No, my question is, do they have a third baseman? Yes, but do they have a second baseman? Okay. Vicente Mortero can play out there. I don't know, man. I took 4 years of Spanish, and I gotta tell you, it's probably the most fun language to speak. It is the most fun language to speak. Look at all these guys on waivers. I'm thinking they're fine. I love the rolling of the R's, you know? It's great. How many catchers do you guys need? Holy. Pete Mosley. You can kind of force this stuff. Matt Tate can go bye-bye. Okay. All right, we got to keep going. We got to keep optimizing. We'll be in and we'll be out here. We're already in the AL Central. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I've seen worse. Just kind of quickly eyeballing here, right? We want to see it at least somebody like this, like in the 75s, unless they have a really good bullpen. That's 15 pitchers, so we gotta be moving. Like, this should never happen. Amos Pinnock is a 70 overall. Should never happen. Vibe says, I genuinely love watching the process. Well, I'm glad somebody does. I feel like this is a little, like, I'm on edge because I'm like, oh, you gotta hustle up, man. You gotta hustle up. You're losing them. You're losing them. But I'm just kind of eyeballing here the level and then the overall, seeing if it's even needed, right? So like right here, I think that's fine. As long as you got somebody in the majors, that's fine. Here, I think that'd be fine. Yes, and then don't really need it because you've already got 4 outfielders. So we're moving on. But the pitching is really what this game loves to kind of mess with, is the pitching. I've sometimes seen like high 80s in the minors because of like option manipulation and stuff. It gets a little goofy. So we're just trying to make sure that everything is optimal. Like, you could make an argument for Quevedo here, which actually I'm going to do that because I feel like he's just a little bit better. Like, offensively, like, yeah, the 98 arm, but look at the offense. He's just better. All right, looking good there. See, like, this is a little weird to me, right? 71. And you look at his peripherals right there. 76 hits per 9, K per 9, walk per 9. Are they actually better than this dude? Probably not. Like, should Thacker be in the triple? Like, should he be in the minors? At 93 contact, 85 power? No. Probably not. But now that I'm looking at it, who you gonna move down? Probably Franks. Yeah, probably Franks. All right, we've officially made it into the NL. Oop, Paxton Burnside. See, we found one. That should never happen. Bunch of 90 overall shortstops just sitting around. Now we're in the NL. I keep going back to like GGBL, like 21. Here's a perfect example. Osmond Strudwick in AAA. Yeah. Nope. Nope. You're coming along with us. They got 16 pitchers. $13, $14, yes. All right, so look at Atlanta. This is why I think they're really tough pitching wise. Look at this. That's their 5 right there. Strizak, Matthews, Battle, Michaels, Strudwick, and then they've got Almanzar, Del Toro, Guerra, and Zuniga in the bullpen. Good luck. Good luck. Anybody who's got to face these guys. And then I'll just have the... All right, so after this, guys, after we're done here, I'm gonna reveal those rosters one more time. And you guys get to pick. For channel points, it's like Ira Weeks, an 88 overall player. What is he doing down there? Shortstop, second. So none of these guys can play anywhere else. So probably have to make a trade here too. So just keep thinking about that. All right. Anyone else that needed a second baseman? Oh, Chicago. Chicago. So we're not going to trade Ira Weeks. Put Mike Sexton out there. Love being able to make decisions like that. Just making people better. That's what we do. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. Where are we at here? I think we were good with these guys. All right, good boys. Where are you at? Yeah, Darren Kern, you should be up. Tommy Gilmore, you can probably stay. Jim Park, you can go down. Max Pryor, you should definitely be up. Parker Kelly, you will go down. Ooh, Brooks Nathan finally made it up. 24 years old, finally made it up. Domingo Mejia, I don't know why you're not playing. Kiki Lopez, Brooks Daly. Yeah, I love the outfield here, guys. Max Speed. What do you know? You should be at the majors. Man, this outfield's terrible. What happened with Richmond, man? Richmond's struggle bussing, man. Struggle bussing. Antoine Rouse, 86 overall. He should be playing. Cash Fortuna, 75A. Wow, he fell off. Yeah. Fell off big time. Mr. Cash. Feels bad, man. Feel bad for Cash. 69. 69. That shouldn't be happening. So let's get Neebly up there, and then we'll put, who was it? I think it was Kohler. Catchers first. Do we have anybody playing second? Yes, Keelan can play second, and Bermudez can play third. Got it. We are good with that. D-Will at short, okay. 2, 4, 6 outfielders. Do we need that? Probably not. I'd rather have an infielder for these guys. I think we can get little Danny Riddle in there. Yep, okay. Almost done. We're halfway. A little over halfway. Oops. Relievers. Closers. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Plow through, plow through. Look at this. Andino, Saples, Vinskoff, Driver. Man. Everybody loves themselves some shortstops, dude. Jeez. Have any okay. Comer, Ward, yep. Outfielders. 2, 3, 4. 4 outfielders. All right. That's that. That's where you want to go. That's how you want to do it, Nashville. Anybody play third? One third baseman. Actually, Kinney can play a little third, plus you got a second, so you're good there. Okay. Robbie Meyer needs to be up. He's almost a 90 overall. Remember, he was like a 20 game, yeah, almost a 20 game winner. No, you're going AAA. Yeah, no, I don't think so. In favor of Tommy Bell, 69 overall player. Yeah, no. Over my dead body. Oop, we're almost done, guys. We're in the West. NL West coming up. Ooh. That's hard to leave on the AAA roster, man. But so is this dude. Bravo and Hewitt. That's really tough. Cliff Beach finally getting the call. Dude, this guy was drafted a couple seasons ago. Didn't take him too long to get on up here. Richie Carvalho. Gotta cut somebody. Brady Dunn, you're gone. That was easy. That was very easy. That was an easy cut. All right, we're officially in the West now, guys. Here we go. Almost finished here. Hemingway, we'll give him some love. Custom guy, give him some love a little bit. Walker Letier, 68A. Wow. That dude, that's my guy. He fell off. I ran out of channel points. I couldn't upgrade him anymore. See what happens, guys? See what happens when you don't use your channel points? Your players will die. Okay? You gotta note that. They're like family, man. They're like flowers. You gotta water them. If you don't water them, they'll die. If you don't take care of them, they will die. And that's not good. It's not good for your players to die. To fall into a black hole. Screaming. Of the pain. This got really dark. This stream got really dark. RJ Dixon, here we go. Okay, Miles, Hendricks, Sean Post. I can hear the screams of Walker Letier burned into my didn't want it. I didn't want to hear it. But I hear it everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. All right, we are done. We're done. All right, last thing. Autofix. You guys see this process. This is what I have to do with off seasons. Just throwing it out there. That's why it takes freaking forever. All right. Here we go. Overalls. I'm gonna show you the overall ratings. Okay. So for channel points, okay, this will be opening up for channel points. Channel points will be used no longer in GGBL 23 because we're gonna sim season 9. We're gonna do gameplay in season 10, but channel points for GGBL 23 are locked. So there's no way you can spend extra, and there's just, we're not doing it, right? Okay. All channel points will be available for you guys to use for other series on the main Goldglover 9 channel or for GGBL 26. Okay? So for 100 channel points, I'm going to post it here on my alt account so that I can timestamp it. 100 channel points. I want you to predict the first place team in each league. So the AL and the NL. But I would wait to do that, obviously, before you see like the rankings. If that team places in the top 5 in record, okay, top 5 in record, because it's really hard to do. It's really hard to do, to guess the team perfectly. If the team you pick, like let's say I pick Washington, right, and they finish, I think they're going to finish in first for 100 channel points, but they don't, and they finish in third in the AL, I'll still award you 50 channel points. So you're kind of there, but you weren't, you were in the right vicinity, like you were on the radar, but you didn't actually get it number 1, you'll get 50. Okay? All right, so just post that in the chat so I can find it for later. So let's look through the overall ratings, and of course overall ratings don't really matter that much, but it is kind of gives you an idea of how powerful the teams are. Washington rated 14th. Boston is 8th, so that's interesting. They think they're a top 10 team. I'd love to see their lineup this year. 13th for New York. 19th for Pittsburgh. First in pitching, though. Interesting. Michigan in 5th. So clearly Michigan, top 5 team. They've still got the Taylors, or they've still got Dom Taylor. They've still got that pitching staff. If they get last minus 100. No, I don't want to hurt you guys too bad. It'd be interesting though. So there's your top 5, or the well, yeah, whatever. There's your 5 teams in the East. whether or not who's ever going to win that division is whatever, but we're not taking divisions, we're taking whoever's going to win the league, okay? So just kind of remember that, note that. Michigan's the best there, plus the Revolution. Everybody else is kind of a mid-tier team. Central, Chicago 18th, 21st for Columbus. I don't know if I buy that too much, and we'll look at their roster, but I don't know if I buy 21st. Did they really fall off that hard? I find it hard to believe that. Iowa 23rd, Wisconsin 11th, 12th for Minnesota, 27th now for San Antonio, 7th for OKC, 6th for Vegas, 25th for the Coyotes, and 4th for Phoenix. So the AL West continues to be a really tough division. A lot of teams in the top 10. Again, we'll take a look there in a moment. But second now for Atlanta, and I believe this one. I really do. I think this is a solid pick for anybody to think that they're going to go in the top 5 in the NL just because of that pitching. It's rated second. I don't know how they're second. I'd probably think that they're first, but Game thinks that they're second. 28th for Miami, 29th for Richmond, first for Orlando, third in pitching. Okay. Carolina 20th, Kansas City 22, 9th for Nashville, 30th for Houston, 10th for New Orleans, 26th for St. Louis, 17th for Seattle, 15th for Vancouver, 24th for LA, 16th for San Diego, and 3rd for San Francisco. So they really like San Francisco, who had first in pitching. Okay. So Pittsburgh. Richards is a 99. Ton Roberts, Strongman, Monroe, and Minor. That's number 1? Maybe it's the bullpen. They got a really nasty back end here. Bush, Heller, and Everett. Okay. I don't know, man. I think that's a little crazy to say that. Like, look at Atlanta. I think Atlanta's 1. Strizak, Matthews, Battle, Strudwick, Michaels. Michaels is your 5. Del Toro, Guerra, Zuniga. It's got to be the tiebreakers, the back end of the bullpen. Tiebreaker's got to be the back end. Has to be. But, all right, let's take a real quick look at the lineups here real quick. Washington. Not a lot of 90s. I do like to see, if I'm looking for top 5 teams, I'm looking for the 90 overalls, right? Whitaker, Brooks, Taylor, Salvatore. It's still a decent lineup. I just don't know if that's going to cut it. Boston, Trevino, Jupe, Charlie Ward, Ruben Law. Getting Ruben Law definitely helps, but I think this might be a paper tiger. I think that they're a little inflated because of the Ruben Law signing. That's just me. New York. New York is interesting. They're not getting a ton of love in the standing, in the rank. But look at that lineup. You got Zaza. Catfish was added in. You got Pineda now coming into his own. He's really taken a long time to get going here. This was a renamed player from way back when. But, yeah, Randall James, Bierbauer, Bendito, Dorda. Like, this team's going to win the East. I think New York's going to win the East. Now, the pitching staff is not super great, but they got my boy Draymond Cope. They signed Shevchuk. They got, of course, old Talon Zikafus. I don't know. They're actually pretty solid. I like their offense. Pittsburgh, I don't know. They're missing the 3-4-5. There's not a lot of pop in the 3-4-5. It's a decent lineup, but they're missing a little bit. Now, everybody in Michigan's lineup, except for Dom and Todd Galvin, 90-plus overall. You would think that Michigan's going to run the East. You'd think that they're going to win the division. I think they're kind of the old guard. I think New York is on the come-up. That's just me. Look at that pitching rotation one more time. Lothbrok, Russell, Choi, Bloodworth, Fuentes. Chicago. Nothing to write home about, man. Yes, they added Campos by trade. Yes, they got Sexton. And by the way, Campos looks really good in that uniform. I think that was a good addition. But I don't know, man. I don't think they have it. I don't think they have enough. They got Yuli, Chris Jackson, Chacin. Pitching's actually pretty decent. They might win some close games this year. Columbus. Janelle Campos, Anderson, Till, Bowen. Yeah. Not really feeling Columbus. Not feeling the staff either. They got Paniagua and Janelle Rivera. That's about it. I don't know. That bullpen's decent too, but yeah. I'm not liking it. Iowa. Angel, Justy. That's pretty much it. Terry Haas, Angel, and Justy. And then, of course, Damian Hannibal. Probably should be starting. Yeah, so he's starting against lefties. Pitching, Cody Finney. That was a really big ad. Could you imagine them without Cody Finney? Because they did lose Strongman. Yeah, I think that's about right for Iowa. Wisconsin's lineup. Aiden Oliver's still humming, man. He's a 98 overall. He's been at this for, well, yeah, since 2023. Wow. He's still going, man. How many home runs does he have? 269. He only needs 31. He gets to the 300 club this year. But they got Altoro, Fredington Grand. Pitching's not bad. It's just that middle relief. Minnesota. Killian Murphy's up to a 95. Whew. It is kind of murderer's row, though, right there. Kit Kat, Grandstaff, Killian Murphy. Minnesota's a good team. Ihei Jurica, Riddle, Wagner, Lantigua. That's not bad either. Minnesota's actually pretty decent. San Antonio, nothing's speaking to me here. Nope. Nope. Not gonna cut it. You can't have I don't know. The fall off is legit. Going from 84 to 81, like 2 through 5. That's not a good setup. San Antonio, I think, will not have a good year. OKC, I can see this now. I did not realize this. So they lose Catfish, and it doesn't really matter because Urker, Karev, Leroy, Clayton, Caproni, Lane, like that offense is legit. A lot of balance in that offense. And then the pitching. Dahlin, former Michigan Mallard. Connor Slater's been here forever. Rigo Valenzuela, Carson Sova, Escobedo. Wow, okay. Back end's really good. Roddy Creed, Dan Tan, Mark Cox. Yeah, OKC's pretty good. I definitely think they're top 5. Top 10. Vegas gets Scott Gonzalez, who lost their job. I guess Sly-Fi, Lip Branson, and June Kwan. Okay. Vegas is really tough, too. De La Cruz and Scott Gonzalez. That might be the best 1-2 punch up the middle in the game. Salsa deals Valdez. So the pitching, yeah, the bullpen, probably going to cost him, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think they're going to score a bunch of runs. Top 4 for Colorado, very good. But after that, it kind of falls off. And, of course, the pitching has gotten better over the years, but actually Slade Mavericks up to an 87. So Negron, Nakamura. Pitching's actually looks to be pretty solid, but that bullpen, I think it's going to be another frustrating year in Colorado. They've got the talent there, but they just don't seem to have the bullpen to kind of hold on to those leads. They're going to need like lockdown 5 innings, 5-6 innings, and then the offense is just going to have to, play out of their mind just to cover what the bullpen's going to give up. Rico, greatest stadium. There you go. Greatest. Greatest stadium creator in our community right there. Rico. And we're happy to have him. Rico, I actually might need console you, to hire you in some fashion to create some GGBL 26 stadiums if you're up for it. If you're up for it, we'll talk. We'll talk. But look at Phoenix. So Phoenix yet again going to be real hot. Stoitz, Drago, Lobo, Tierney, Storm, like this. There's no way getting around it. Stoitz is already up to 326. Back-to-back 40 home run seasons. He could have. Wow, dude, look at this dude. He's had one season where he didn't get 40 plus. Like 39 and 39. That is sub 40. I get it, but you might as well call it 40, given Kevin Stoitz and how many like games that we've seen him in gameplay where he didn't get a home run, right? What if you sim that? He'd probably get a home run plus minus one, right? So I'm going to call it. I'm going to say one season under 40 home runs since we started. It's nasty. It's nasty. He's insane. Broken Table. Hello, sir. Hello. Welcome back. Pitching is still great for Phoenix. Definitely a team to consider for your pick. So right now we're just kind of reviewing Season 9 lineups and pitching rotations for you guys to be able to make your selections for each league. So really what I'm asking you guys to do for channel points, you get 100 channel points for predicting one of your AL teams is going to finish in the top 5. So really what you're trying to do is you're trying to look at the AL and say who's going to finish in first. And if they finish first, you get 100. Finish in like second to fifth, they'll give you 50. So right now we're just playing for some channel points here as we go forth and sim. But Atlanta looks like a team to beat again. Made it to the Gold Series with this lineup. I think that's really going to play out yet again. Pitching staff, again, we've already looked at this, but I think this is the #1 pitching staff. Right now they're rated #2, but yeah. Broken Table, you're going to do trade day next year. Yes. Yep, we're going to run season 10 just like normal. But it's going to be the last full like season of gameplay. The last true season. Season 9 will be all sim, season 10 will be all normal gameplay. And then after that, season 11, 12, 13, 14, all is going to be like hard simmed. Just so we can kind of figure out Hall of Fame careers and things like that before we get into 26. But Miami, solid players, but up against the other teams in the league, I just don't know if they have enough. It's been kind of the running thing with this team, but that pitching staff is horrendous. Their best pitcher's an 87, and then we start getting into the high 70s. Like they're in some trouble, and I mean, that you see it right there, 30th overall in pitching. Like, there's no other way around it. All right, Benny Blanco's up to a 99. 52 home runs last year. Did he win the MVP? I think he got snubbed. He had 52 home runs and he got snubbed. Something happened there, but they do get Abraham Escobar playing first base. I think that is a little crazy. What happened here with Richmond? They've got this first baseman here. Yeah, where's Abraham Price? He should be in the lineup. Where's Price? Where is he? Am I stroking out here? Where is he? Price. Where is he? Where is he? Am I losing it? Where is he? Landis, Boucher, Blanco, Nathan, Moya, Escobar, Singer, Riggs, Mejia, Henderson, Wilson, Perry, Daly. Where's Price at? AAA. Where did he go? Where did he go? Has it got something to do with, like, waivers and stuff? Hold on. Okay, so we have an Abraham Escobar and Abraham Price. Okay, so is that, like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, anyway, Richmond's not doing anything. You can count them out. But, again, pretty familiar names here. We love to do the relievers with the starter experience-esque, right? Decent, always decent in the back end, but Zanetti, Van Montgomery, Kern, Fukumori, and Fernando. It's been a very solid group there, but I just don't think Richmond's got it. Orlando, still going to be very, very, very tough. Ferrari, Lederman, Langston, Fields, Burner, Palazzo, Porter. I mean, my God. Soto's the only guy who's not a 90. And then you look at the bench. Barreto is a 95. Everybody else is a high 80. They could be starting anywhere else. So that lineup is nasty for Orlando. Borgia, Delgado, Shinoda, Cummings, and Matson. It's for me, it's between Orlando or Atlanta, honestly. Carolina had a little magical run in the postseason last year, but I look across the board here and I just don't see it this year. I don't see it. Pitching's going to be good. Pitching will be a calling card this year. Roby, Nettles, and Cheltenham. But yeah, I don't see it with the lineup or the depth in terms of that. But Kansas City, the addition of Sparbury will definitely help the lineup. Back end of the rotation, 4 and 5, and maybe the third. Manzanillo will be okay, but Quisenberry and Saples, they've been weird. You know, like, look at this. They've been strange. Like, Quisenberry sometimes will be really good, and then he'll be, like, so-so. Saples, kind of the same deal. Very, very inconsistent team. And then you look at that bullpen might be the worst that I've seen. Mid-70s, high 60s. They might have a tough time. Nashville. They're good in the middle, but in the shoulders I have concerns. On the shoulders I have some concerns in that lineup. Pitching is decent. They still got Rocco. They got Cooley Mack. That'll carry them. I just don't know if that's going to be a top 5 team. Houston, I got some concerns here too. Just a lot of these low 80s. Really, they're just hoping that, like, the customs can carry them. Bing, Kinney, and Rex. And then that pitching is not good. Escobar's their lone guy. They got Salazar, Poole, Finn, and Bauer. Like, this, you know, this is... That's not good. Houston definitely is 30th. Houston, there was another team, too, that I thought was not looking very good. New Orleans, I've seen better lineups from them over the past couple of years, but it is still fairly solid. I think they'll be kind of a middle tier team. Did I say Houston? I meant New Orleans. Unless I said New Orleans. Either way, Robbie Meyer is an 89. Almost won 20 games 2 seasons ago. They finally got their custom pitchers like Urs, Giuliani, and Griffin up to speed here with all the 90 plus, so that's going to be good for them. They like him as 10th. Good offense. 15th in pitching. They could be sneaky. The swing might be sneaky, but I don't think they're top 5 caliber. St. Louis. Not too much to like there. Pip Banks going to be a good player for him this year. Finally got enough playing time here with St. Louis. Last couple seasons, he's been solid. Cliché's starting to run out of gas a little bit, but yeah, they acquired Bill Stevens, but I don't know, man. They don't have enough pop, I don't feel like. Like, Cotter's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Not enough pop, I don't think, for St. Louis. Pitching is not good enough either. Like, you need at least a 90-plus in the first two spots, and they don't really have that. It's a solid group, but again, I don't think that's top 5 caliber. Seattle, you got Kobayashi, Chris Hall, Callaway, Oaks. Decent. I've seen better from Seattle. Pitching's going to keep them in it. They did lose Shevchuk, so that hurts. If you acquired Shevchuk and you got Liam Snow, I think you're doing pretty well for yourself. But, I mean, this is what you want your pitching staff to look like. Especially, like, in this season in the GGBL. This is where you want to be. Millhouse 92, Hawkins 91, Snow 90. This is a good spot to be in, but I don't know, man. 17th rated. They don't really like their offense. They think their pitching is better. I tend to agree with that. So maybe they're not the team. Now Vancouver. They're rated 15th. Okay, so Vancouver, we know they're a risky play for you guys too if you want to pick them as one of your top 5. But we know that they've got a ton of custom players. Benny the Jet, Peanuts, Crosley, Yoshio, Pinkard, Kidd, Trumblin. This is like, it's all custom players. Except for Quick and Gant. Everybody else is a custom player. So you would think they'd be able to put something together here. But that pitching rotation, I don't know what the heck happened. Like, we traded away Finney. We traded away, I think we had Finney at one point, I believe. I know he was all St. Louis. I think he came over here to Vancouver for a little bit. It's like a playoff push. But, you know, Joey Warren just hitting the regression big time. Trading away Kicks deals. Now you got Darren Woods. You know, this is not a good spot to be pitching-wise if you're Vancouver. But maybe the offense carries it. Let's see. Where's Hagedorn? Hagedorn? I have a feeling this is one of those renames that I never got around to doing. Nope. Nope. I owe you that one. I think there were some renames that I never got to. But I don't even think like we did any sort of like channel points to even get that guy to get. He's my generational guy. Oh, whoa, wait, whoa. Was that this last year's draft? Was that this last year's draft? Like, we did a whole freaking draft, right? I'm looking. We did a draft. I know we did a draft. Hold on. Not channel point submissions here. Oh, we've got some from August. Dude, yeah, I've been so out of it here. I've been so out of it. I forgot about adding the guys in the draft. Well, I guess, to be fair, like, we were already in the off season. Okay, so what we did the draft, and then I have not created those players. Right. I need to create those players. Otherwise, that whole draft stream was pointless. Oh, God. I've got a William Powers. So, okay, back in August. William Powers, Pittsburgh. Fur Train's got Hayden Humphreys, Jordan to Washington. Bienvenido Guzman to Orlando. So that's one. Yep, I got a Hagedorn here, right here. Yep, Hagedorn, Vancouver, playoffs. This is your playoff player. Zayden Batts, Atlanta. Dewan Richardson, Michigan. Oh my God. I have 27 players to create. Oh no. Oh no. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. All right, so this is what I found in my Excel spreadsheet here. So, yeah. All these guys. Okay. I'm going to cut you guys a deal. I'm going to cut all of you guys a deal, okay? These players that were just drafted, most of them are not going to see the light of day. They're just not. So even like a Hagedorn, right? So he's shortstop second. Let's go look at this. Let's go look at this. Yeah. All right, so you got McLovin, Duckworth, Pinkard, Yoshio, Shorts. Yeah, Benny Rodriguez. Okay, yep. So I'm gonna cut you a deal. All these guys, you guys are thinking along the right path is where I'm headed here. I forgot about this, to be completely honest with you. It was done way back in August, and the only thing on my mind was literally get to the off season, get all your contracts done, and do the stream, and get into that sim season. I completely forgot about this, and even looking back on it, we should never have even have done this, because if season 10 was always going to be the final season of gameplay, I don't know, man. I feel like you want to see these guys in action. Like, I don't know if you want to see them just to be sim people, you know? Like, you guys paid channel points for these guys, or you won them through a contest, and you're never going to see them, you know? So I would be more than happy with making them in 26. I see that you guys are right on with me here, but I would be more than happy to make them into 26 as part of the base roster for free. Okay? For free, obviously. If you guys are going to select 2, these are not going to be part of your 2. So in a way, you would be getting 3 in a sense. But I think, like, some guys, like, let's see, like Jason Adams, I think that was a Josh submission. And I think he submitted some other people, but this will be good for, like, the base roster for 26. Right. We did the draft before you announced, exactly. Yep. But as you guys know, I can't add these I can't create the players until the next season hits. It doesn't allow you to do it. I have to take the CPU player that was drafted in game, They're not once the draft occurs in July, they're not on the teams until the off season. Once you do the draft in July, those players that they've drafted, even if they've signed a contract, even if we CPU that, even if they sign a contract, they're not actually on the roster until the off season. So redraft? Yes, I would redraft. But no, actually, no, I would have you guys just pick the teams you want to go to. But everybody on that list, all those players that were drafted in season 8, that would be season 8. Everyone that was drafted in season 8 will be in GGBL 26 year 1 base roster. Because I'm telling you, I just don't think that there's a point in taking over Brian Valenzuela and changing him to, or Jackie Stubbs, 19-year-old that was just drafted, and changing him to Hagedorn and then simming. Like, I wouldn't want you to waste that. Yeah, essentially, yeah. 60 players plus these, yeah. So I hear that you guys are going to get 2. Patrons will get 2. 2 of your choosing. And then everybody that's drafted in season 8. Mena Highway Cowboy says, or to avoid custom player stacking, we could just put them into their drafted team in 20. Yeah, but I'm going to also like change some things around too. Like we might not have a Oklahoma City next year for 26. Might not have a Miami. Like I don't know. So that's why I feel like you can I would let you guys know the teams, but I'd let you pre-pick the teams. That way, in the fantasy draft, there's no, like, colluding. Could do like the FA, have these drafted players pick 5 random teams. Could do that too. There's no right or wrong way, I guess, but yeah. Anyway, my bad. That's my fault, but I also think it might have been not smart to do it that way anyway, to go through with the idea. Might not have been smart to go through with the idea. Create all of those players. Create 27 players just to have them, just be sim merchants. So, I think you'll get more out of this way. All right. Anyway, so Vancouver, I'm glad we worked that out. But yeah, Vancouver, I don't think that they're going to do much this year. LA, definitely not. They're not a top 5 team. Like even with Dallas splits added in, yeah, there's just nothing there. They don't have a single 90 overall player in their lineup, so that's not going to happen. Pitching staff looks actually pretty good. That will keep them in it. Definitely going to be a low scoring offense and not a lot of runs given up by their pitching. San Diego, I think they're going to probably take a step back from where they've always been. Always one of those teams that are going to hang in there as long as they can. Pitching staff, not looking too great. Lineup, still a pretty formidable lineup. Floyd, Murphy, Kane, Vandenboom, Otto, France, Sturridge, Percy Burnside's now out there. Okay, that's interesting. He's taking over for Nacho Molina. That's kind of crazy. Nacho's on the bench. Is he playing against lefties? Yeah, okay. He's number 9 against lefties. Okay, so that makes sense. But I don't know. They're going to score runs. They're going to be like the Colorado Rockies in real life. Pitching staff's going to give up a lot, and they're going to have to score a lot. And last but not least, San Fran. Let's see what they got cooking. Everybody in this lineup is above a 90 except for Stoitsiadis. He's an 88. So you might as well call him a 90. Willard, Crawford, Warlock, Bonds, Vega, Adams, Mashburn. So really only 2 players that are not custom players making up this roster. And then the pitching staff, Pinto, Burnside, Rutkin, Lensko, and Mariano Cruz, who's a top 50 prospect. 24 overall. Not a custom prospect, but looks like he might be kind of a soft tosser. Not a lot of velo, but might get it done. Actually doesn't have a lot of control either. A lot of break, so he's probably going to suck. That'd be my guess. But back end looks good. Kang, Romero, and Hitchcock. So, with that being said, guys, let me know who you are taking in your top 1 spot. If they finish in 2nd through 5th, you'll still get channel points, but let me know here in the live chat who will be your number 1 team. I'm just going to scroll through very slowly so you guys can see yet again the ranks, the preseason ranks for each team. But if you can give me AL and NL, Christian Gamer says Atlanta and OKC. Okay. I'm gonna go with Orlando in the NL, and I think I want to go Vegas. Yeah, I think I want to go Vegas. Oh, I should go Phoenix, but I kind of want to go Vegas. Yeah, I'm with Mena here on this one. I think it's Orlando, Vegas. All right, so give a couple more. Maybe another minute here for that. And then we'll just roll through our sim. Roll through our sim here. Yeah, so look at that. Villalobos won the MVP. Not Benny Blanco. Villalobos went 48, 129, and 326. 48, 129, and 326. Dude, that's crazy. 52, 126, 293, 371. So it was the batting average and the OBP. I mean, the guy just went off. He went absolutely crazy. All right, well, for old time's sakes, we'll stick on to Richmond here and we'll see how everybody's doing. So I'm going to go month by month as I always do. We'll get a standings update and see kind of who's in the running. I think everybody's locked in here. Okay, so let's see who the picks are. Christian Gamer, Atlanta and OKC. War Thunder, Atlanta, Michigan. Rico, Firebirds in Orlando. Vibe says Jacks and Heat. Wow, the Jacks. Okay. Then we got 2 Orlando, Vegas. Heat didn't even make the playoffs with him. Exactly. All right, we might have a couple of those. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of this. Let's just get through this. Is everything on to manual? Yes. Thank you. All right. Yep. Again, we're gonna have a lot of that. Shuffling. Ugh, scouting and auto, please. Oh, huge losing streak for the good boys. All right. 1 month is in the books. We're in May. And we'll start with the AL. American League East. Pizzazz, Hammers, Revolution. The Mallards are 12 and 20. Oh my God. Long season, but long way to go. Jacks are, whoa, vibes. Vibes. 19 and 11, my friend. They are #1 in the AL. Vibes. He's on one, man. Only by 2 games, but you got to give credit where credit's due. They got a .291 batting average, man. What? They have they got a .291 Are you kidding me? They played 1 month. They played 30 games. They have a team batting average of .291. That is absurd. The slugging is at a .524 as a team. Oh my God, there's nobody even close. Well, the Coyotes. Oh my God, they are absolutely destroying the league at 156 runs. Oh my God, man. Vibes, you're on it. You're on it. We'll have to take a look at what they're doing. All right, meanwhile, on the other side, the Sun Sox are 21 and 10. The Heat. The Grizzlies. Man, I should have taken San Francisco. Look at what they're doing. 285 in the first month. 100. They've almost got 200 runs scored. That is insane. I almost took San Francisco too. But I'm like, yeah, that pitching for Orlando though. There's no way. We got to look at this lineup. What are they doing here? 312, 297, 235, 381 for Grant Warlock. Oh my God. But like they're not the average. I mean, Warlock's like really lifting that team batting average up, but man, they are hitting for a ton of RBIs. 30 ribbies for Mashburn. 28 for Vega. Holy crap, dude. Now, what's going on out here with Minnesota? 326. Yoma's 298, 279, 382 for Killian Murphy. 382. 10 home run, double digits in homers. Oh my God. Even the bench guys are going off. Look at the pitching staff. Ihei Jirika's 5-0. Wow. Okay. Let's keep going. Look at that winning streak. Oh, little losing streak here. They're losing cabin pressure. 34 and 20. They're still in first. And that's good for first place still. That's good for first place still in the AL. 596 win percentage. All right. East, you got the Sun Sox 39 and 20. Monarchs 30 and 27. The Grizz 35 and 24. So right now your two best teams are the Sun Sox and the Jacks. Who did I take? I took the Who did I take? I took Orlando and Vegas. Where's Vegas? 33 and 25. Okay. Actually, they're right there. Like, don't be fooled. Don't be deceived. They're only a game back. Game or two back, I should say. All right. Keep on simming here. Uh-oh. Jack's starting to lose it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Actually, they're up 10 games over 500. Okay, the Hammers, that's interesting. Hammers have taken first place in the East. The Jacks, the Nuggets. There we go, baby. 52 and 33. Now they vaulted. They're in first place in the AL. The Coyotes. That's surprising, guys. That's very surprising. 48 and 39. They actually have one of the better pitching. What? They actually have one of the better pitching staffs. 360 runs scored against them. Sun Sox 54 wins. Monarchs swing. The Heat are in second to last. The Grizzlies are at 52. 52 wins compared to 54. Okay. Sun Sox still in first place. They played 2 more games. All right. Ooh, win streak. Nope, shoot. Dang it. No, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do this. Highway Cowboys says good boys are still hanging in it. Yeah, that's funny. Harvey Drot. I've never seen that last name. I've done a lot of sim. I've never seen that last name. Drotar? Never seen that last name. I did not mean to do this. This is not what I meant to do. William Liu. Willie Liu. Who's this dude? Chicago. Eric Groves. Eric Groves. Sim the rest of the draft. Yeah, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. I would love to see who's in the home run derby. We're not going to play it. Killian Murphy, Villalobos, Stoitz. Go figure that. Stoitz is up to 350, guys. Oh man, he's over 1,000 ribbies too. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer in my book. Raekwon Butler having a good year. 23 homer, 336 for Raekwon Butler. Chubong finally getting some time, man. Look at that. Finally getting time. Showing out. Andino, Vega, Crawford, Raekwon. Love it. Keegan Killian Murphy wins the whole thing. I made that up. We'll see the all-star rosters because you can't see it if you advance forward to the next year. Look at this. 14-1 for Ejerica. Oh my god. Dude, this dude's amazing. 208 in GGBL. Are you kidding me? 7 home runs given up against him. 139 strikeouts. Yeah, that's insane, dude. That might be one of the better pitching. Like, if he keeps this up, if he ends the year like this, that might be one of the best pitching seasons that we've ever had. Like, it rivals, like, even as a rookie guy. Look at what he did as a rookie. Those are, in an offensive league as we have, as many custom players that we have on offense, these numbers right here, I mean, those are sparkling. Not like, that's ace material numbers. But 208, you might as well in real life like call that like a 0.5 ERA or something. A 1 whip, that's insane. 17 quality starts. Oh my god. He's had 1 start that was not a quality start. 1 start. That's insane, man. And, like, look at the other guys. Look at what they're doing. Kicks deals at 227. Salsa at 260. Neto Montoya's at a 291. Like, that's nothing to scoff at either. But here's your all-star roster. Just slow scroll for all you guys that have any of these players. Keegan Kelly Murphy's got 31. That's good enough for a season. And he's got 31 bombs at the all-star break. Crazy. Mel Pineda. Kook, there's your guy. 16 bombs, 300 average. Will Till still firing. Neptune St. Clair. Chubong. Raekwon. Trevino. And we'll always go back to as well. Want to see the NL side of things. Borgia, a 241. He's 11-6. So Orlando not winning him many games, but still a very good ERA. I wonder how many quality starts he's had. 19 games. 15 of those have been quality starts. So Borgia's having a really nice year. Let's see. Robbie Meyer. Yep. Okay. So he's still tracking pretty nicely. I love the fact that the ERAs have gone down. I wonder what that's all about. The ERAs have gone down, like, pretty substantially. Interesting. I don't know. I don't really know. Not a slider thing. Definitely not a slider thing. I don't know. It's weird. Can't really put a finger on that one. Pinkard, 15 home runs as a leadoff guy. Not bad. 321. There's Marshall. Villalobos, 25 homers, so he's still going. Clayton Hall's got enough power now. 21 bombs. Pitt Banks. I told you guys Pitt Banks is going to do something this year. He's going to match. I think he's going to beat that 25 home run mark. Yoshio, 310, 14 bombs for Vancouver. Sparbori. Giuseppe Ferrari. Moya, Andino, Kane, Wilson, Ira. Wow, no Benny Blanco. What's up with that?
Play ball.
Oh, you got to get him out. You got to get this guy out of the game. We're just going to run you ragged. We're just going to run you ragged.
For the National League. Number
Oh, we got a potential walk-off here. Nope.
He's safe.
Hey, NL wins. Okay, who did it? Who did it? Who give me a box score here? Bottom of the 10th. We'll never know. The world may never know. But maybe it was Giuseppe Ferrari. He batted last, right? The NL wins 3-2. All right. So trades, of course, that's not going to be something that I do this year. See, especially with CP roster control, even if you turn it on to auto, it won't do it. All right, so we're actually going to simulate all the way through August because we kind of have a good idea of who's done what at the end of the month there in July. So now we're here in September. Man, this is crazy. Vibes, you were on it the whole way, man. I didn't think I thought the Jacks were going to be like in it, but I didn't think they would be this good. I think they'd be a problem. The Jacks 74 wins, man. Mallards 71. They came back. They stormed back. Remember, they were in last place in the first like month and a half. But I think they might still miss the playoffs if they don't get this right. Like the Swamp Monsters are only a game and a half up of the Pizzazz. Nuggets have 78 wins. So Vegas still performing very, very well. Let's see. The Cyclones are battling, still 72 wins. The Sun Sox, 85 wins and 51 losses. The Sting are 70 wins. The Good Boys are 500. I think they're out. Monarchs 73 and 63. The Swinger hanging in. The Grizzlies 83. So Sun Sox and Grizz duking it out, man. Duking it out. Emeralds, Mighty Beavs. Mighty Beavers still, dude, they can't figure it out. They cannot figure it out. The Good Boys, no. Dude, there's no way. There's no way, man. They missed last year, but dude, they're still in it. They're still in it. How are they doing this? Benny's in a little bit of a slump there, 243. But he's kind of always been that way. You know? He's always kind of been that way. Not going to hit it for a high average, but it definitely hits a lot of home runs. That's insane, man. That's insane. All right, let's take a look at, real quick, at the awards leaders here. Miguel Aguero. We got 1 month left to play. So this will be kind of fun to watch this. But Miguel Aguero, 36 bombs. Callaway, Andino. No surprise there for me. No surprise. 45 home runs for Killian Murphy. I mean, this dude is ball. What is going on in Minnesota? Good Boys Die Hard. Laugh my ass off. Good Boys, most 500 team ever. They're going to make the playoffs. Insane. You can't keep a good dog down. That's right. But, dude, look at what Minnesota has built. Grandstaff wins the MVP last year. Killian Murphy looks like he's going to waltz right into this one. Ihei Jirika's 19 and 3 now. Was still, dude, he's over 221 Ks. You got a whole month left to go. This dude's gonna hit over 250. Right? I mean, you hit 29 more strikeouts in what? 5 more starts? You're gonna hit, yeah, he's gonna hit over 250. I mean, this is insane. 25 quality starts in 28 games started. Every time he goes out there, he goes 6 innings, 3 earned or less. Absolutely insane. So this would not be Ramon Anaya's first Golden Arm Award. He's just, has he started? Okay, so he did start. I think he won one. When did he won one? No, that was somebody else. It had to have been. Or was it here? Yeah, it was here. 2026. So season 23, 24, 25. So season 4. Season 4, this dude wins 20 games. And he does this. He does not start a single game, and he wins 20 games. Now he is a starter, and he's... Look at this, dude. Look at what is happening with our stats. That is insane. 172. What, dude, what is going on with our stats? Was there like an update or something that I don't know about? Because this is weird to me. Scott Gonzalez, no surprise there. He did this with Richmond a lot. Yoma Kit Kat, 354. You know what? I'm going to come up with a theory. You know what I think it is, guys? I think it's the amount of custom players that we have pulled back on. I think that's my theory. A lot of these teams have a lot of custom players, but the custom players are going off. Like, look at them. Yoma is at 354. When's the last time we had somebody batting 350? Right? I think it's the lineups have a few more non-custom players like sprinkled in there, and it might be helping. I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with an idea here. Langston 3-7. A lot of NL East love here. Doston, Taj Mahal, and Langston. I don't know, man. The batting title, like, yeah, 322. Langston might be able to win this if Taj Mahal goes cold, but Yoma's got this one. I don't think he can go on enough of a deep slump to lose that batting title. Reliever of the Year award, no surprise. Skarsgård, Hitchcock, Birch, Graham, Wilbert. There you go. TCG, Wilkie, and Woody Getz. And then Rookie of the Year. That's nice to see. Brooks Nathan. I don't know if you're still watching, my man, but Brooks Nathan leading the way there. Hank Aaron, Keegan Killian, Murphy, Butler and Kit Kat, Brolo, Aguero, and Kane. Okay. All right. So who do we need to watch for this final month? Of course, we got September call-ups that I'm going to have to, you know, bust on through. But I wonder if we stick with Orlando, maybe? Who do we want to stick with? Who's, like, on the verge of not making it? The good boys. Anybody in the AL? The Pizzazz, the Hammers, the Maples. Kind of interested in the Pizzazz and watching them here. Final month of the year. I was kind of all over them. Auto, 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 auto. You know what? I'm with you, Mena. I'm actually with you on that. Let's go back to the Richmond Good Boys. We got to see if they're going to do it. Just for old time's sake. They got to get on a streak. Not that kind of streak. Nope, they're not going to do it. Nope. Nope. Sub 500 record. No way. No way. Okay. Regular season has come to an end. And your number one seeds, baby. Look at that. Mena. You and me, baby. We got it. We got it right. We got it right, man. There you go. 100 channel points for each league. Yeah, man. Vegas or Orlando. Your number one teams. Sun Sox, 101 games that they won. I think that would be a team record. Yes. They've never won over 95 games. So that is a record there. All right. One last look at the standings. So Sun Sox, 101 wins, 846 runs scored. Moonshots in last. Good Boys. It all fell apart. Grizzlies were 93. So, wow. Orlando really just took that one seed. Never let go, man. Grizzlies were 8 games worse than Orlando. That's insane. Emeralds, 91 wins. Good Boys were only... The Good Boys were only 2... This is... What is going on in this sim? Good Boys were 2 games out of the wild card. What? And the Sting. What happened to the Sting? The pitching staff. 761 runs given up. The Moonshots gave up 161 runs. Oh my God. That is absolutely abysmal. That is abysmal. Mallards 87, Swamp Monsters 85, the Pizzazz. I expected a little bit more from them. Remember this? Remember what we said, guys? The Revolution. They were like 8th or something, or 7th, I think. Or, I don't remember the number, but I don't know. I feel like that was a little inflated with the Ruben Law signing. I think really inflated that team. The Jacks, 88 wins. They kind of fell off a little bit. They had to win 6 straight games to go from 82 and 74 to that 88. That's a little telling. That's a little telling that they were kind of struggling there towards the end of the year. I wonder if that was with Ihejurika or not. We'll have to see. But the Nuggets with 93 wins. They beat out the Cyclones by 5. The Coyotes made the postseason. I didn't even see that. I didn't even notice that. The Firebirds missed. Oh my God. I think somebody in here picked Phoenix. Was that Rico? Yeah. Rico picked Firebirds in Orlando. You got Orlando. I don't know what, dude. That's crazy. What happened to the Firebirds? Their offense didn't do much. 7-16. I think they just ran into some bad luck. They were 36-45 at home. They were above 500 on the road. I don't know. It's just a weird season, it seems like. The Pizzazz were 1 game away. Yikes. Yowza. Okay, well, I will award you guys your playoff, or your channel points. We're now going to open it up for channel points predictions for the playoffs. And I, again, have to make sure that everyone is good for the postseason. Of course, we don't have to do this with every single team, but I do want to make sure that things look good for the playoff rosters. Because, again, what we do not want to have is a bunch of players, teams that really earned it to get here, not having their guys. Like Antoine Rouse, not on the playoff roster. Did he contribute this year? He did. Not much, but he contributed. So we're going to add him to the playoff roster. Somebody has got to be taken off. I think it was probably this guy. Yeah, Manny Mendoza. Perfect example. Again, this just comes from doing it over and over and over again. Kansas City made it. So let's see what they've got going on here. Yeah, this guy was not on it. This guy was not on the team. Jack Melton was on the team. He went 10-9. So let me just give you the bracket right here. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it just so you guys get a bunch of channel points opportunities. We're gonna do it round by round. Okay. So each winner that you predict, you'll get 50. Okay. Oklahoma City against Washington, take your pick. Michigan, Colorado, take your pick. Kansas City, Atlanta, take your pick. Seattle, Carolina, take your pick. So I'm going to leave that up there for just a second because I got to go look at these rosters here, make sure everything's set. So I'm going to say OKC versus Washington, just so you guys can do this. Michigan versus Colorado. Seattle versus Carolina. KC versus Atlanta. Okay, so you take your pick from there. From that comment. That should help you out. I think I might be okay with Kansas City. Like, DeVarco didn't pitch. I don't know who else would have thrown here. I can't see anybody else that would have contributed that much. Did Seattle make it? Yes, they did. Okay, Huffman, Fisher, Hemingway did. He went 4-3. Only 50 games. No. Don't release. Add. Yeah, McCullough I don't think did anything. Nope. Don't need 3 catchers, 4 catchers, or whatever. Irvin was on the team. Feliz was not. Walker Lettier was. Oh my God, he played 2 games. He played in 2 games. Oh my God. Is he better? Oh yeah, this dude's better. Okay, got it. Cervantes, he played. We gotta remove somebody. Was it William Murphy? No. It's gotta be a pitcher somewhere. So I think it was probably this dude. right, so NL we got Seattle. We did Kansas City. We need Atlanta and Carolina. Sorry, guys. I'm just really trying to make sure we get every team correct. Because you don't want to just mess up their makeup. If that makes sense. Alright, how did we have this set up? Who played second base? Okay, so this guy was not... but he's good enough. And he can't, he's not eligible. This guy. Yep, there he is. He's the lone problem. Alright, so who else we need to do? We did Kansas City. Okay, we need to do Atlanta. Satchel Michaels not on the playoff roster. Okay. Got it. Understood. Game. Cut 3 players. Who? Who? I guess maybe somebody was up for just a short little stint. 7 games for Almanzar. Like, what happened here? He never got used. Battle, Guerra, Satchel Michaels, Zuniga. Was Zuniga not in the game? I don't get that. 54 innings, 29 games. Yeah, he must have been a September call-up. Yeah, I know Bennett was not. Yeah, Bennett's got to get removed. Yeah, and then Rudy. Actually, well, what did he do? 4-2-3. Rock is a 20. Okay. All right. Brutal. All right, NL's done. Sorry, got to go through the AL. Again, got to make sure things are right. Like, look at this. Cabral. Elliott White. Cabral didn't do too much, though. 6-13. Might be able to keep him off. Okay. Michigan, Colorado. Yeah, like Fuentes, 9-6. It's not bad. This guy, I mean, he was effective, but we'll add him back. Nope. 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 Jeez. Massa only played in 7 games. Wow. He's down to a 74 overall. Yowza. All right, we need to cut one guy. Who's it going to be? Probably that Pritchard guy. Or the Sutter. Yeah. All right, Michigan and then Colorado. Again, it's insane. It's insane. .589 ERA. I don't know if this guy's going to be any better. Keep it. We will keep it. Now this Rick Cloven. I mean, no arguing there. Do it. Keep it. Buckwheat. Mr. Buckwheat. Bucky Wheat might be better, though. Oh, you can't add him. I always get caught in that. Was not on the 40-man roster. Charlton Dunbar. Charlton Dunbar. Was he on the 40-man? Nope, he's not eligible. All right, Colorado's done. Okay, Michigan, Washington, OKC. Did we do OKC? We did not. I almost skipped them. Escobedo was up there. Devin McDreamy. Is he on? Nope. He needs to be off. LaPierre. Is he on? He is. Let's see. 25 games for Morris Roche. I'm going to leave him off. That, to me, was a September call-up. Leon Underwood. Okay, he's off. So that means we can probably add McDreamy on then, right? If we're going to cut Underwood. Okay. All right. So we're good, guys. We're good for the first round, okay? We're going to have to do the other 4 teams, Vegas, Minnesota, Orlando, San Fran, here in a moment. All right, but for your predictions, let me see if most of you guys got your predictions in. That Panda got his in. War Thunder, Highway. Indiana just won the Natty. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I never thought in my life that I would be able to say that the Indiana Hoosiers won a national championship. Okay, that is stuff straight out of a college football 14 dynasty, you know? Crazy. Yeah, 16-0 no less. I think we're living in a simulation. We're living in someone else's college football dynasty. Okay? That's my theory. You guys want my theory on life? Okay, so my picks. I'm going to go OKC. I'm going to go with Michigan. I'm going to go with Carolina, actually. Carolina, and then I'm going to go with Atlanta. Those are my picks. OKC, Michigan, Carolina, and Atlanta. Yeah, they turned the injury sliders way up. Christian Gamer. Could be that's why the NFL season was so weird. Yeah, and it's not even done yet. Like, it's about to get more weird, too. With Jarrett Stidham as the backup quarterback, you know. We're actually, that's what it is. We're living in an Indiana Hoosiers, Denver Broncos franchise dynasty. Connected. Because who thought that Bo Nix was going to be able to lead the Broncos to like 15-2? What's the record? Was it 15-2? they're 15-2, weren't they? 14-3. Yeah. Who would have thought they'd be 14-3? Not me. So now they got to win. Now the CPU says, which the universe says, hey, Bo Nix, 14-3, but now you got to win. You got to win it all with Jarrett Stidham. Good luck. All right. Let's go to Colorado's matchup. I think that's probably the most interesting because I do want to see, you know, are they going to be able to do this or not? So all of our picks, are we locked in? Because we're going. Okay. Oh man, I got slaughtered, guys. I got slaughtered. I took Michigan, OKC, Washington wins. I should have known better. Seattle wins in 3. So I picked Carolina, and then I picked Atlanta. I got one right. I got one right. I got one right. So OKC loses by getting swept. They're the only team that got swept. KC with the upset. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Okay. They got to fix up these last 4 teams here. Whoa, Valentino Martinez was not on the team this year. Wow. Yikes. That's going to be a tough call. What about this guy? Yeah, Triola should not be on. Okay. All right. We need Minnesota. I think I said this was for 50, right? Yeah, I think this one was 50. I think I planned on going more. I think I planned on going higher for each round. That kind of makes me mad, though, that I lost that. Got smoked, man. All right, next set. Orlando and San Fran. Ooh, it might be a tough matchup here. Trey Mashburn down in AAA. I'm glad I checked. 25 home runs, and he's in the bench. Not even on the roster. In place of Elliott Scott. Yeah, no thanks. Okay. All right. Next round, guys. So that was for 50. This is going to be for 100. Washington, Vegas, Michigan, Minnesota. Wow, that's such a... Dude, Minnesota's getting a very, very tough draw. Very tough draw. Of course, we know that Michigan's the higher-rated team. And if we just look and see what Michigan has done so far this postseason... Moss has got 2 bombs. Jet's got 3 for 417. So that middle of the order is producing. Right now, only 182. Rotation, Lothbrock, Russell, Choi. Bloodworth has not pitched. He's going to pitch now, pretty sure. And then Jeff Sweeney. Haven't really needed to utilize that bullpen either. But it looks like that first matchup's going to be Bloodworth against Ihei Jurica. Sweeney against Riddle. Lothbrock, Wagner. Yeah, this one's going to be a tough one. That's probably going to be the matchup that I want to watch. But so you got the number 1 and 2 seeds. Definitely at full strength and health. Seattle, Orlando. I got to go with Orlando. You would think. Like, it's hard to go against the team that won 100 games. Then Kansas City, San Fran. So, yeah, my yeah, not on the bench, in the bench. So I'm probably taking the favorites here, guys. I'm taking Las Vegas. I'm gonna go with Michigan. Yeah, I hate to do it. I really do. I hate to do it. I'm rooting inside of me. I'm rooting for Minnesota so hard. But there's something to be said about the fact that they lost their way a little bit. I think at one point they had 74 wins or something, and then they kind of played a little 500 baseball to get to 88 to finalize the season. So there's something to be said about that. But that first game 1, Bellamy Bloodworth against Ihei Jurica, that's a tough one. What did Ihei Jurica finish with? He's a 20-game winner, 20-5. With I was saying he's gonna get over 250. 28 quality starts across 33 games. Like, I don't even know how you can. Yikes, man! I don't know how you can go against that. Okay, are we ready? Yeah, so I'm taking Vegas, Michigan. I'm going to take Orlando, and I'll take San Fran. I know, pretty lame, right? No upsets here, but I think this is what I'm going to do. All right. Ooh, Minnesota wins game 1. What happened here? Bloodworth goes 6, 4 Ks. Ihei Jurica goes 7, 6 Ks. You got a double from Grandstaff. Okay. Oh, get a loss there. Okay, so Merrifield gets saddled with the loss here. Minnesota gets a win. Swamp Monsters. The Swamp Monsters won? Oh my god. Oh no. And then this is it right here, guys. Okay, so what do we got? Oh my god, Vegas. What did you do? Kansas City took them all the way. They took them to a game 5, and San Fran found a way. Orlando sweeps Seattle. Washington with the upset. Wow, Kansas City almost did it, though. Kansas City almost did it. Where are they at? Let's see. Kansas City, what did they do here? They got game 1 win. Got blasted in the next 2 games. Won a close one. Wow, San Fran tried to come back in that top of the 9th. They scored 1 run. It's 4-3, and then they lost this one. A heartbreaker run. Yeah. Just really didn't go their way from the very start of it here. Warlock just killed them. 3 for 4, triple, a home run. Yeah. Well, dang. That Orlando series, though, I want to see what happened there. Oops, wrong way. 10-3, 9-1, 4-1. Wow, they just shut them out, man. I mean, Orlando is so tough, dude. Orlando's so tough. All right, let's get this one underway, guys. We got one more. We got Michigan and Minnesota. It's hold on. We got to make sure that everybody's maxed out here. Nope, shoot. Is this the optimal decision they could make? They gonna throw out John Choi or Bloodworth? Choi went 9-13 with a 4.3. Bloodworth had a better record, so I'd probably say Bloodworth's got to go. And then, you know, if you're Minnesota, you have to go with Ihejirika. Have to. So we're gonna make that swap right now. We want Bloodworth for Choi, and then we want Ihejirika for Blackwell. Yep, that's what we want right there. That's what we want. And you know, this is going against me. Like, I picked Michigan. Like, I don't want to go against Ihejirika, but it's only fair. All right, so the last one yet to be decided. Here we go. I think it's more dramatic if we get into quick manage. Ready? Here we go. Ooh, Michigan got to him there. Oh my God, Minnesota. Minnesota. What happened? Minnesota. Okay, all right. Here's top of the third. Raynell doubles. Grandstaff throws to home. Runner safe. Puckett scores. Galvin singles. Raynell scores. So there you go. 2-0 there. Killian Murphy hits a home run. JT Patterson scores. Grandstaff scores. So that's a 3-run bomb. Sievers hits a 2-run homer. Dirk Bryant doubles. Oh my God. 7-run inning. It's over. Or is it? Oh my God. This is decision time. Yep. Now you gotta make a change now. Ihejirika's got to get out of there. Pitching change. 3-run game. I don't really trust Jack Riddle here. I trust Shane Fry, though.
Your attention, please. Now pitching, Shane Fry.
He's okay. Shane Fry's got to get out now. Like, he's good. Like, he's got 2 innings, but he's a closer. He's a closer. What about Steve Feliz? Can he do it? He's got 51 saves this year.
Now pitching, Steve Feliz.
They did it. They did it. The Jacks. The Jacks in the Swamp Monsters, dude. What in the world? We got upsets over here on the AL side, man. What in the heck? Upsets on the AL, chalk on the NL. Oh my God. All right, so 100 channel points are awarded to each one that you got correct there, but now it's 200. So we got to keep doubling it, guys. It's 200 points for your Gold Series participant. Who's going to win the championship series on either side? Is it Washington, Minnesota, or Orlando and San Francisco? Christian Gamer says Minnesota, San Fran. I mean, if that happens, we got to watch it, honestly. My heart is telling me Washington, but I kind of think that, I mean, they've only lost 1 game in the postseason. I'm not a Washington believer. And you know what? Minnesota has proven to me. They've done it all year long, and then they just won that game against a tougher opponent. They're a very tough opponent. Michigan's no slouch, but you know what? Michigan's the type of team that can't get over the hump. Minnesota is the darling team, and they came through. So the hype is on their side. Washington's old hat, man. Washington's old hat. Chris Peterson never had a two. Think about this. Ihejurika, as good as Peterson has been since we started this franchise, this league, he's never had 250 strikeouts. I don't think there's ever been a pitcher in this league who has had 250 strikeouts. So that's the matchup to watch for me. It's the super aged veteran Chris Peterson, who's never had a losing season. He's the class of pitching in the GGBL. But he's getting older, right? He's 30 years old. He's got a lot of wear and tear on that arm. Almost 2,000 innings pitched. But that ERA is starting to pop up there. They got a pretty decent staff. But I don't know, man. That lineup, it's Baker T and it's the Taylors. I don't know. They're pretty decent. I'm gonna give them their props. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Minnesota. That might be the kiss of death, though. Yoma's got to get going. 15 at bats, 1 RBI. So they're doing this in despite of Yoma Kit-Kat not producing. So it's only like a matter of time. But that staff, though, that's what's doing it. All right, so we gotta make sure that all the rotations and stuff are set up the right way. Right, we gotta make sure that this is all fair. It's all fair and good. All right, Pinto, Burnside, Lensko. Okay, this is good. This is good. It's following the same path here. Let's go now to Orlando. Cummings, Matson, Borgia, Bones, and Shinoda. So at this rate, Shinoda is only going to pitch in game 5. Like, we don't want that. So that's got to get reordered. But at least everyone's healthy for us to do that, to reorder. But yeah, we got to get that reordered. It should be Shinoda 1, Borgia 2, Delgado, Cummings, Matson. Okay, I'm good with that. And we're on Cummings right now for game 1. Yeah, so let's do Shinoda, Borgia, Bones. There you go. All right, and then for San Francisco, we're on Pinto. Was that right? Steven Pinto. We're on Pinto right here. 92. Okay, so they're good. They are good. All right. Washington, Minnesota. Let's go over here. Make sure they're good. Where are we at? I guess we're not going to know. Okay, Mitchell and Blackwell. So they're going to have a day's rest. Actually, all these, yeah. These guys should be good. All right, so we'll sim game 1. Shoot, I shouldn't have done that. There. Has everybody got their pick in? This is for 400, okay? This is for 400. I need to, so I'm taking Minnesota, and then I'm taking Orlando. That's so tough, though. I think San Francisco's got a really good lineup. That's such a toss-up. Yeah, I'm going to take Orlando. Minnesota, Orlando. Okay. Orlando's already got the 1 game up. All right, hold on. Mitchell, Blackwell. Mitchell. Okay, so we need to go. We need to actually come in here and check. So Peterson's ready, so we can just start swapping. Ihejurika is not ready. So that actually plays really well for Washington. And we're at Blackwell. Okay, so this needs to actually flip to... Ooh. He should be ready right there by the third game. They might even bump him up. If they lose game one, they might even bump him up. But, all right, so we're with Wagner and Peterson. Yeah. Okay. No. 400 each. Hold on. Wait. We started at... Wait, what? We started at 50 for wild card, right? We started at 50 for wild card. So it would have been 100 for ALDS. Yeah, this will be for 200. My bad. Yep. 200 for each if you get it right. So this would be doubled up. I forget, man. I forget. Either way, whatever it is, it's doubled up. If I said 100 for wild card, ALDS would be 200. ALCS would be 400. 100, 200, 400. I go back and look at them either way. I go back and look at the video either way. If I said 50 for wild card, it'd be 50, 100, 200. But each one that you get right would be worth that amount of points. So, yep. All right, we ready? Minnesota loses game 1. They lose game 2. They win game 3. They lose. They're down 3 games to 1, boys. They're down 3 games to 1. Ihei Jirika got the win, though. That's not good. Orlando's up 3 games to 2. This could be it, guys. Yep. Swamp Monsters have won. And we are in a spot here. Oh, man, that's so sucky. Dude, Minnesota, man. Washington's back again, dude. They made it last year. They're just one of the more solid franchises, man. What can you do? All right, here's a chance for Orlando to get there, and they do. All right, your gold series will be Orlando and Washington. So now this will be... I'm so sick of the Swamp Monsters now. I know, dude. They're so annoying. They're annoying. All right. So here we go. Orlando and Washington. You know what? Fuck it, he says. Wait, what is Panda going to do? I'm taking Washington for the chip. Oh, my God. Yeah, you kind of have to, right? They lost 2 games in the Gold Series. They just know how to win, man. They know how to win. Orlando, though, I mean, you look, they sweep Seattle. Then they come in, they play a tough opponent like San Francisco. They win. I'm taking Orlando. So if it was 50 for wild card, 100 for ALDS, 200 for ALCS, the Gold Series will be worth 400 for the correct winner. I'm taking Orlando in this one. I'm taking Orlando. Yep. That's who I'm taking. That sucks for Minnesota, man. I thought that they were gonna do it. Washington, again, they just know how to win, man. All right, so you get Peterson and Borgia. So we got Borgia. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put Shinoda like here. And then if Peterson's starting there, then I think their staff's fine. Yep, Peterson, Mitchell. Yep, they're good. They're good. No changes there. Washington at 7, says TCG. Okay. Rico says Orlando, ride or die. Highway Cowboy says Orlando. Orlando. Yeah, whatever. Washington wins it all. Yawn. Orlando fans about to end it all after losing to the unit. The what? The unction. Okay, War Thunder says Orlando. Okay, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's sim. Orlando 1-1. 2-2. Now, in this 2-2 series, you get Cummings against Freddie Deerdorf. Okay, I don't like that matchup for either team. So Peterson should go. Because he'll be ready. Cummings, I don't know, man. I don't trust Tommy Cummings, okay? Not with a 14.5 ERA in the postseason. I don't trust it. I trust Cesar Borgia. You know, 21 innings. That guy, I trust that guy. And then I trust Bones to go next, or Shinoda. But let's just see how these guys are looking right now. So Borgia's ready to go. Bones should be ready tomorrow. Pearson's ready to go. Nolan Mitchell about 75%. Yeah, so we're making the right call here. We're making the right call for each team. Borgia and Peterson. Mano y mano. Ooh, Orlando wins the 2-1 game. No, Washington wins the 2-1 game. Oh my God. I read that wrong. I had my hopes up. No, Orlando. How does this happen? Borgia, 7 strikeouts, 7 innings. And then, like, what? Cedric Dorman hits a 2-run homer? God. Peterson goes 7 innings, 8 strikeouts. Dude, this guy, he's a gamer. He is a gamer. All right. Well, we go to game number 6. And it is going to be Bones Delgado against not Freddie Deerdorf. It'll be Nolan Mitchell. Delgado against Mitchell. So we're going to have to see how this game plays out.
Play ball.
Orlando takes a 4-0 lead here in the first inning. That is a good start. I think... Oh, we're actually... Okay, we're under... yeah, so we're actually in control of Orlando right now. So it's going to be up to Washington if they're going to take Mitchell out or not. We're gonna let Bones keep going here. Yep. All right. I'm not really messing around here. If it were me. Do you want to watch this? Let's watch this final. Let's watch this final inning. See if Orlando can tie this series up.
Welcoming. Leading off for
Bones is at
the third baseman, number 18.
Oh, wait, what are we doing in Petco Park? Oops. Oh, wait, where are we at? Phillies? Yeah, we're in Philadelphia. That makes sense. Well, I guess you can't... Oh, okay. In quick manage, you can't really pick, can you? No! Bones, don't do it to us, man. All right, well, that's it for Bones. Bones, you pitched well, man. You pitched well, Bones. You almost got out of there with a complete game shutout in a playoff game. Gold Series game. Don't mind the fact that we're in Citizens Bank. Don't mind that we're out here playing in Philadelphia for whatever reason. You got a Washington-Orlando matchup. Don't bother. Don't bother. It's nothing. That's a ground ball, base hit. Salvatore's on. It's starting to get a little dicey here. You know, Washington comes back in gameplay. That would have been the worst thing ever, though. Washington comes back in gameplay. We don't get to see the celebration. We don't see any of that. Never get to the 9th inning with anybody in elimination. Need a double play ball right here. I'd throw that changeup one more time. It's got to be located, though. Yeah, change it. There you go. 2 down. 2 down, up by 3. Looks like we're going to a game 7. Oh, what a pitch. Oh, my God. Curveball down at the knees, and you get it called. That's a beaut. Oh, my God. And then a 2-seam spotted. The art of pitching, my friends. Look at this. Oh, whoa. If you're Piper, I don't know how you take that. I really don't. It's so tempting. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. 3-run jack ties it up. Who's up? The 9-hole hitter. Oh my God! If you, oh, Kevin Dixon too, dude. He's not a normal number 9 hitter. It's a big boy too. Oh, nice. Good pitch. Good pitch. Good pitch. Two strikes, man. 2 strikes. What do you do here? If I challenge him with a breaking ball, I don't want to miss. Nice. Got him. All right, 2-seamer. Put him away. That's going to do it. Sun Sox. We will go to a game 7. 4 runs in the first. They never looked back. look at how this game went. 4 runs in the first for the Sun Sox. 1 in the 9th for the Swamp Monsters, and they really tried to pull off the 9th inning elimination game clincher. Lederman's your player of the game, 3 for 3 with a bomb. But like I said, we will go to game number 7, and it will be Kenji Shinoda against not Chris Peterson, it looks like. I don't think he's going to be able to go. So that was huge. That was absolutely huge for Orlando to win that game. Oh, Peterson can go. Oh my God, this guy's a horse. He can go. When did he pitch last? Is he on 3 days rest? I mean, that's what you would do in real life. It's got to be 3 days rest, right? 1, 2. No. 2 days rest? He pitches on the 29th. He's got a day off here, day off there, and then he's got a pitch here. That's not 3 days rest. That's 2 days rest. I don't know, guys. I don't think I can do it. I mean, I don't care what the game says. Like, I don't think I can do it. That's just not even humanly possible. 2 days rest? Has anybody ever done that? Yeah, I'm thinking no Peterson. Hold on. Ooh, I could ask Gemini here. Has any pitcher in the World Series pitched on 2 days rest? Yes, pitchers that pitched on 2 days rest in the World Series, with notable recent examples including Yamamoto in the 2025 World Series. And historically, Sandy Koufax, though it's a rarity for modern standards due to pitch counts and yeah. Okay, so not many people have ever done it, and I don't. When did? How many innings did Yamamoto even pitch? 1. Yeah, because he was absolutely needed in the top half. Okay, so he pitched 105 pitches, and then on 2 days rest, he comes into the bullpen in the top half of the 18th inning. Yeah, so he pitched like 1 inning. So it's, I don't know, man. I'm feeling like yeah. I'm thinking no Peterson. That's just where I'm at, man. I hate being that way, but it's like he's 30 years old. I don't know. Like, it's just kind of spammy. So I don't know. It's gonna have to be between Kirkland, who went 13-8. I'm probably saying Kirkland here. And then for Orlando, I'm not trying to cheese it. It's just like I don't know, dude. I can't make that one make sense. I can't square that one. So Shinoda, Berger. Yeah, all those guys should be in the bullpen. 100%. 100%. So we'll go with Shinoda. We'll do Cummings. We'll do Berger. We'll do Bones. So we'll get all these guys like Bobby McDonald. And we'll get Estrella over here. We're going to need somebody in middle relief, right? Yeah. All right, now let's go to Washington because they're going to need to do the same thing here. Peterson for like Madrid. And we'll go put him in middle relief. And then we'll do Tillman in like for Leighton. Actually, Peterson should probably be down in setup. Actually, setups never get used, so that's not a good call. But we'll need to put like, yeah. Okay. All right, that's good. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. All right, are we ready? Kirkland against Shinoda. Ooh, you know what? I don't want the celebration to be in Citizens Bank. So, what we're going to do is we're going to be Orlando. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And as soon as we get into the game, we are going to get into quick manage. All right, biggest game of Kenji Shinoda's life right here. 4-6-4 in the postseason. He's got to find a way to be good tonight. All right, here we go, boys. Wow, clutch inning right there. Got a couple, so he's working himself out of some jams right there. You see Washington's got 4 hits, but Shinoda's been, he's given up some hits, but Oh, man, now it's starting to come off. Wheels are just coming off here. 3-0 game. Honestly, I think we got to make a change. We're going to go with Berger here. But, you know, even Berger. Wasn't it Peterson against Berger? He can come in for 2.
Your attention, please.
Oh, he's a traitor. He's a turncoat. Look at him. He's in a Washington uniform. Get him out of there. Hey, coming back a little bit. All right, they've got DJ, Dixon, and Cobb. I can go one more. There you go. Okay. Okay, hey. 3-2. 3-2. All right, we'll remove him now. Pitching change. What do we got? We got Pringle. Righty. A lot of righties coming up. Drew Reed. I've never liked Drew Reed. He always seems to just blow it up, man. What's Sandy Gamble's day? You know, what's his deal here? Do we take the gamble on Sandy Gamble? Clinton Gaines. He's used a lot. 24 holds. He can be a lockdown guy. 4-seamer, sweeper, change, and a slider. Pretty standard mix. 4-seam, curve, slider, change. Let's go Clinton
Your
Gaines.
attention, please. Now pitching.
Hopefully this works. Man, they can't score. They can't score, boys. 3-2. Caught stealing, ground out, single, walk. 3-run bomb! Oh, Orlando. 3-run bomb. Who did it? Was it Porter? We got to check the log. We got to check the log. Somebody did it, man. Langston walked. Lederman advances to second. Fields. Grayson Fields homered to right. Lederman scores. Langston scores. 5-3 game. Gaines is still in there. I think he can go one more. Oh, they're going to put Gamble in there. Okay, all right, okay. Wait. 9th inning. Top of the 9th. Let's get out of here. Let's back out. Are we finally going to see the expansion team? The expansion team from a few years ago. Can they do it? They need 3 outs. Strike 2. Pressure here for the Sun Sox, man. They've been building on this. They moved from Philadelphia. They used to be the Philadelphia Flight. Of course, as you guys know, the Orlando Sun Sox and the MLB The Show 23 franchise that I did with my brother. Sun Sox and Saucers. Sun Sox were just the better organization, man. We drafted well. We had custom players. We hit well. We pitched well. Everything was going great. Oh, wait. There you go. Yes, 1 down. And now the Sun Sox are 2 outs away from winning a championship in the GGBL. NL East dominance, I swear. Sun Sox, good boys. that's like the gist of it. AL East and NL East. Swamp Monsters have been tough. Good Boys have been tough. Now it's Orlando's time. 0-2 pitch. Missed a little high. Washington only down by 2 runs. It's not over by any means. They got the top of the order coming up here. Scott's 2 for 4. You got big boppers here behind him. That's a ground ball. Hot shot to Lederman. Tosses it over to first. Easy does it. 2 outs for Orlando. They got one more shot. Washington's got one more shot. Who's next in the order? Whitaker, Brooks, and DJ Taylor, who's hitting .359. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Ooh. Didn't like it. Didn't want to risk your entire championship chances on a curveball. Swinging at that. Oh! He's got him all out of sorts. He was all over the place in that swing. Now you pump it by him. Fastball. Nothing but. 1-2. Fastball. He went to it, but he fouls it off. What's the pitch call here? Is another curve? Let's see. 1-2. Final strike for Washington. Just outside. See if he wanted to go chasing for that thing one more time. Big pitch right here. Can't miss. The 2-2. Ground ball to Fields. Who else? The Sun Sox are your Season 9 champs of the Gold Series, and, of course, the first time they've ever won it in franchise history. They take down the Washington Swamp Monsters, a team that, of course, has been good ever since GGBL 21. This is just one of those franchises, man. They're always in it. They're a well-run organization. Yes, you did, Christian Gamer. You totally did. Yes, you did. I'm happy for that guy, too. Alonzo Soto. I'm happy for him. Came over from San Antonio. And you just look across this team. A lot of custom players on this squad, man. I'm not going to lie. The Orlando Sun Sox are your 2031 World Champs. 3rd World Series. Not true. Not true. It's their first ever. It's their first ever. But you think about guys like Grayson Fields, right? He came over from San Antonio, too. Like, it's kind of a little weird connection there, I feel like. But Fields hit free agency. I think actually he was traded. I don't remember exactly how he came over, but I have a feeling like it was through trade. No, that was somebody else. That was from Colton Cannon. So Colton Cannon was the guy that came up with all these guys. There was a dude that we traded for that was made by him from Vancouver, from St. Louis, I think it was. Either way, Grayson Fields started in San Antonio, had a lot of really good seasons. Of course, we know San Antonio never could quite get it done in the win column, so of course he left. Again, whether through trade or whatever, but he did leave. Daniel Lederman came over from Kansas City, actually. So he got pushed out. This is a great story. This actually is a really great story for Orlando. Like, just think about the players on this team. Giuseppe Ferrari, for example. Like, just looking right down the 1 through 9. Giuseppe Ferrari, guy that was, quote-unquote, stuck out in Iowa. He wanted to play the infield. They pushed him out to the outfield. He was not winning out there in Iowa. The minute that he leaves, Iowa is pretty good, but they had one hit. They were a one-hit wonder. He continues to play out in right field. They got Daniel Lederman because he was also feeling a little jaded because he was getting pushed out of Kansas City as well. They had Saples, they had the Vinskovs, they had the Andinos, like all these middle infielders that were kind of vying for his job. He left. He comes out here to Kansas City, or Orlando, from Kansas City. You got Marshall Langston, who was a custom player, a guy that was an international signing, an international drafted player. Grayson Fields, of course, again, coming from San Antonio. Mikey Porter, also coming from Kansas City, so he wanted to team up with Lederman. You got Ryan Berner, who came over from Richmond, who was tired of their shenanigans, right? They drafted well for Silverias Barreto. Enrico Palazzo, of course, don't forget about him. Then they drafted Dastan Taj Mahal. And then, of course, how can you forget the fact, like, they got Borgia and Shinoda. Like, this team has drafted very well. They were really bad with the flight. That organization was really, really bad. And they built themselves up to what they've got here, and this is pretty cool. I think this is cool because they have had a combination of good drafts, good free agent signings, good trades, and able to build themselves up like this. This is the blueprint. Like, the Orlando Sun Sox are the blueprint of doing it the right way. So that's pretty cool to see, you know, that it came down to that. Winning in 7, winning your first ever. It's cool to see that. But your playoff MVP will be DJ Taylor. Your Gold Series MVP will be Grayson Fields, and I don't think that there's any question. You hit that 3-run home run to put your team up on top and never look back, hitting a 400 batting average. I'd say that that's definitely deserved. 1 home run and 5 ribbies. The MVP, of course, we got to look at that in just a moment, but we're going to look at the postseason MVP. Dastan Taj Mahal, 5'10" with 2 homers and 16 ribbies. That's an amazing performance from your shortstop there. So he really came on. Really came on, especially all year long. He's been doing it. 321, his greatest season ever. He's been around for a little while. He's been around since 2025. So for 6 years, he's been doing this. Grayson Fields 2nd, Lederman 3rd, and DJ Taylor MVP on the AL side as well. So playoff MVP, and actually that is what it is, right? Postseason MVP. Why didn't they give me the award? Oh, because I'm on Washington. Duh. Hello. All right, so there's your playoff MVPs. For the season awards, you got Andino winning the NL MVP, and this is, again, one of those guys that we talked about as a reason why Lederman got pushed out. AL side, you get Killian Murphy. Ihei Jirika, very, very close 2nd place. Stoitz hits 36 home runs. Go figure that. And he's still having progression. At 31 years old, he's still having progression. I think I might have jinxed him here too, saying that, you know, the fact that he hasn't really had a ton of seasons where he hasn't hit 40 bombs. He missed it by 4. I definitely think he's going to make it next year. He's going to need 38. He's going to need 38 home runs to get in the 400 club. So we'll have to watch that as we move on. But the Golden Arm Award winner will be Ramon Anaya, his 2nd in his career. But this time he did make it as a pitcher. I mean, that is absolutely insane. So I don't know if there's something to the pitch mix, guys, that I would definitely take note of that. You know, you throw in 97, 83 on the curve. That's a big drop off. The slider, the attributes, not a ton of break, not a ton of velo, but the hits per 9, the walks per 9. I think that is the biggest thing. Hits and walks per 9. K per 9, you don't really need it. So I don't know. You take note of that, because when you're making your players, there's something to this, because this is the 2nd Golden Arm Award winner award that he's won. Tommy Cummings, that's crazy, because we did not trust him in the postseason at all. 19 wins and 9 losses. Pitched very well for GGBL standards with that ERA and that whip. Of course, no doubt about this at all. 20-5 for Ihei Jirika, 252 strikeouts. Tony Salsa coming in 3rd. Carson Silva in 2nd. And just, I mean, I could probably go back and look at a lot of these guys' statistics. I just don't think we've ever seen a season quite like Ihei Jirika. 252. Like, I don't even know, man. That's just hard to do. Pretty cool for Sean Hutchins, 25 years old. This has only played in 3 seasons. 3rd place here for Pittsburgh. Got Daniel Anderson there in second. Yoma Kit Kat, 347. Best season of his career, in my opinion. That OBP, considering the OBP, the slugging, the average, counting stats, you know, five less home runs, 11 less RBIs. That's okay. Like, hitting 347 is nothing to scoff at. Crosley Cats, that's the guy. That's the guy right there. The guy that I was talking about trading for. Langston missed it by 5 points. That sucks. I would have really liked him to win a second one. That would have been kind of cool. A back-to-back one. Reliever of the Year award. Skarsgård's up there. Graham. Marmot gets. Rookie of the Year. Brooks Nathan. Congratulations on winning Rookie of the Year. You're down in the minors. That's so brutal. That's so brutal. The Goldie Glover Award. Not the Hank Aaron. Killian Murphy, Kit Kat, Raekwon Butler, Crosley, same old here, and then the Gold Gloves, which we don't really pay attention to. All right, guys. Well, let's see what you're saying in the chat here. Should have been the Philadelphia Flights Championship, says Vibes. All the Flight fans are thinking, what if? Oh, man. Yep, Philadelphia doesn't draw the free agents. It's true. Orlando draws the free agents. People want that vibe. People want that vibe. All right, guys. Well, I hope you had as much fun as I did tonight. That was fun to get the GGBL back going again. But we are now in Season 10. We're in Season 10. I'm going to advance into the off-season, and I'm going to start doing the same thing that I just did in the off-season. Do the arbitration, do the tender contracts, blah, 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 blah. Get all that set up, and then year 10 is going to be our final season of gameplay action. I thought that this format was pretty fun, actually. Just sim. Just straight up sim. Find some games that you like. Jump in. Especially in the playoffs. I think that was kind of fun, but I think that only really applies because we already kind of know who's on whose teams and what these players are all about. I think that helps build the immersion. I think us building the immersion with all the other seasons really kind of allowed us to do this way for Season 9. I probably would not do this in GGBL 26. Yes, we moved through the season fast and really quick, but I don't know. I think that you lose a little bit of element there that I don't think I'd want to do moving forward. But I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Maybe I'm reading the room wrong. Like, would you prefer GGBL 26 to work that way? Like, we could get through a lot of seasons that way. But again, I think you do lose a little bit of that hype and that lore and that immersion when you're not doing stuff in gameplay. But maybe that's just me. Either way, man, setting up for Season 10 will be the final season of gameplay, and you know that'll get us through the month of February. That'll get us right into March. Not going to do a whole bunch of live streams. We'll do some recordings. We'll do some uploads to get us through, especially opening day. Not going to live stream opening day. That would be crazy. We'll never get through it. As usual, we'll do opening day across the GGBL. We'll get a good look at everybody. We'll hard sim April. We'll hard sim May, June. Get a standings update. We'll do a little all-star live stream. We'll do a trade day just like normal, and then sim the month of August. Sim the month of September, but we will keep an eye out for the final week to see if there's any playoff implication games. That's what we'll live stream. So I like that format, if anything, and that's how we're going to do it for Season 10. Then when Season 10 is done and over with, man, we're going to just keep on simming. I will turn on auto free agency. I'll turn on auto draft, like all that stuff. Free agent signings, tender contracts, everything is going to be autoed, because we're just going to try to get in as many seasons as we possibly can. Season 11, 12, 13, 14. As far as we can go, where it makes sense. I'd love to see some career stats being compiled. If your guy's not shown or something, you know, just DM me and ask for some career numbers, and I can give those to you. But it'll be fun. We'll do a hard sim for multiple seasons and see like who's elected into the Hall of Fame and all that stuff. So it'll be good. But guys, that's it. Leave a like on the stream, please, if you can. It really helps the channel out. And then again, just looking forward to finishing off GGBL 23 and really looking forward to GGBL 26. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. Hope you had fun. Go Orlando. Finally took down the dragon, if you will, of the league. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.